You're recording right now?
Yeah.
You're shaking like
Yep. Oh, God. It's the seizure edition.
Oh, my God. You better get canceled like shit.
What up, Twitch?
Twitch was good. Yo, he said in post edit, we can put clothes on you. I can actually screw her this week.
You?
Oh, what's the frame look like? I won't screw on the frame.
No, you good.
Pause.
Like, I have the picture dead center in the middle, so if we take up half picture, then we'll be in the middle.
Alright. Rip me out the plastic out and act the brand new. You said half. I want my half.
You good?
Stay over there, buddy. Stay on your side of the fence. I take this is out of the frame.
I'll take 2 seconds. Soon as I look at this motherfucking Twitch. This is that's your frame. Now, should I turn the landscape mode? Or leave it as is?
This was the wide angle? Like when you put the video up, is it wide angle or is it when you see it?
Well, that's when I put the video up, it's gonna look like this.
I guess I put it as landscape.
If it'll let me do it from my cell phone, sure. Let me know if it changes.
Oh no, it's moving.
Oh no.
I guess that's astronomically better. I mean, it's gonna be as wide as the table though, so you're gonna have to move it so that way I gotta get the laptop on the frame. Give me 1 second. Oh, man, don't. Whoever's on here with us, what's up? This is what we do every night, by the way.
Yeah, y'all get to see the setup and shit.
Oh, that was astronomically
Why
easier.
don't you-
That was
why
easier than I
don't-
thought it would be.
Why don't you do, since we don't actually need the laptop, why don't you put like the laptop on the floor so that way you can just, since you ain't gotta reach all the way over the fucking table.
Oh, because I can see the time. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's pretty fucking stupid.
You know, I can only make the suggestion.
Well, no, because I can see the corner, but I was trying to see the time, so you can see like, how long the video was going. Jesus. All right, you moved it again. Cause now
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like, okay, I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm trying to adjust.
Okay. Let's
Try
pick a
to
light, stick
adjust.
with it. If we're gonna pick a strobe light, just go with it. Just go with it.
Trying to get us all together, buddy.
Alright. I got your iPad, that's that. Okay. Alright. Getting the pores in there. There you go.
All of them.
Glad I washed my face this morning.
I'm
Alright.
glad you did too, buddy. I love that for you.
Yes, you gotta go that way. Oh. That way. And a little higher. There you go, buddy. Okay. Alright.
Cool.
Can you?
No, you can't really zoom. It doesn't give you option to zoom.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Sit down.
That's good.
Yeah, take a look at that. Anybody?
There you go. Hey guys, what's up? Alright, now it's delayed. That's all. Alright. Looks like we had a little newscast. Reporting live.
I wish I could see what this looks like on the other side. It's actually pretty funny.
It looks pretty funny. Like the setup looks hilarious. What's up, Twitch? What's up, world?
Let's crack.
What it do, baby? All right,
We're good.
solid. All right, let's pull up these motherfucking notes. Let me do that. Okay. Feel free to use the comment section. If y'all are tuned in last week, y'all know this is interactive, so we got to go back. We don't. It's all good.
Damn.
We can get back to who's the blackest next week. It's okay.
I guess you automatically won this week, so.
All right, so I got definitely the Lizzo shit.
Wait, talk again?
The Lizzo shit.
Alright, cool. I think the love was fine.
The Lizzo shit. I got Vladimir Putin is actually trying to buy the rest of the world and saying fuck the United States.
Well, he was relieving.
That's what I'm saying. He's buying the rest of the world. He's relieving debt left and right.
Said, I don't need America. It's fine. That's alright.
He's literally trying to get as many countries as possible. Like, he's not going to physically tell you this, but what he's doing is like he's going to get every single company possible not to go to the United States if he can cut us out. I got the shit about from Dodge. I know how much you've been saving up for your new Challenger, but as of a couple days ago, that is the last one ever. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Chinese zoo, how people think that it's fucking fake. Did you see their bears?
Yes. I did see their bears. That shit is actually pretty funny, not gonna lie. Because their bears are actually pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But didn't somebody do that like in America somewhere? Like somebody had like a fake, like somebody was like in a suit and somebody figured it out?
Maybe. Seems like some shit America would do.
Did you see the kid who tore off all the labels of the cans?
Tore off the labels of the cans? Nah.
Yeah, you didn't see this?
And this was his response. Boy!
He got grounded,
Let me tell
so
you,
he took all the labels off all the cans.
might be raising the children of the corn. Okay?
That is exceptional.
That is funny as
And
shit.
she basically said, so now, not only are you pissed off, but now you have to figure out what the hell
Which,
is in all these
yep.
goddamn cans. Somalia sent a world-class athlete.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that too. How the fuck did you watch the video?
Of a that's what we look
Well,
like
no,
a year
the
ago.
fucking power walking. What she doing?
Yo, if y'all didn't see us run 100-meter dash last year,
go watch
you
it.
know that's probably the saddest 100 meters you've ever seen. Because my story is, I forgot it was that far. Okay, that's it. That's just what I'm saying. Definitely didn't know it was that far.
Oh shit.
So yeah, applies. Talking about being indicted 3 times, impeached 2 times, and facing 561 years of president, yet 561 years in prison, yet you can still run for president.
Yep. You can talk about that shit.
You got it. You read the new suite and Hartsfield Jackson.
Yeah, it's their.
Which brought up another question for me, by the way. So that was that.
Okay.
Yeah. Cardi B thought microphone was pretty cool. They tried to sell it.
I saw that. I wasn't. No,
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
She's facing attempted assault or some shit like that.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
successful assault. It's successful. She was primal.
Well, I know it was successful in the video, but she's facing attempted assault right now. I'm gonna talk about addictions because I found a very funny one. It's a very funny story.
Was it fishy?
Very fishy. Very fishy.
Funny
I saw this just think, what?
I don't know if you want to do a Men Are Easy again. That was a pretty funny thread a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks ago, actually, last week.
You said men are easy
Yeah.
in the sense of.
Oh, I mean, just a regular day.
All right, that's fine. We
Men Are Easy.
can
There you
bring it up.
go. But we didn't talk about last week, but Messi signing a jersey and giving it to St. West. And St. West has all these jerseys and all these things and things like that. And it's like, should it be given to regular children as opposed to rich kids who can probably get this stuff all the time anyway. So
Okay.
that's all I got.
We could definitely discuss. Hey, man.
And then somehow AED's gonna kick in, and then
We'll
now
go.
45 minutes later, here we are.
We'll go from there.
Welcome to Twitch, guys.
Switch, you guys ready? Listen, feel free to comment in the section, man. We'll take any type of request you guys got. This was interactive last week. Make sure
Yeah,
y'all
it was
tune
pretty
in.
funny.
Share the shit with y'all peoples.
Alright, let's see how many burner accounts show up this week.
Right. See what's in this joint.
Anybody?
All right, we ready?
Raise your money, buddy. Oh God, that's all over here. Oh.
I told you. I tried to tell you, buddy.
I did not check this. Hold on. Do. Oh, let's not do that. Do.
You know what this is. You already know.
Is this not picking up the microphone? That's cute. Oh, please hold.
Oh no. We're working on sound. Twitch.
Oh, never mind. You're good. Forget it. I lied to everybody.
Ruh-roh.
My life's a lie. Alright, speak again.
I'm speaking
That's not.
in the mic.
Oh my God.
What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all living?
Alright, yo, you're good? Alright, cool. Alright.
We straight.
That should be good enough.
Straight.
Whenever you're ready, buddy.
I knew you are, sir.
That's a lot. Hold on, please hold.
Are you ready?
Oh, they changed this. Like, there's like an extra screen. Okay, ready?
Yeah, what's up, world? We are live. We are back, and we in this motherfucking booth, man. I'm talking the greatest podcast to ever touch your airways, the Fresh Cuts Pod. We fresh off the Shape Up. Y'all know we do that every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy Oak, fresh on the mic for another great episode from your favorite podcast.
Damn.
I got Pedro in the booth. What's up, brother? Rudy's taking a nap at home today, but it's okay. We sent him some well wishes and a lot of Mucinex.
Whooping polio.
There
You
you
gotta,
go.
you gotta get your vaccinations. But
He's the first nigga I seen with tuberculosis in a while, so I didn't know. I thought we got shots
but
like
I
over
think
children.
I think that's still a live disease. I don't think polio or the whooping version of polio is available. But neither here nor there. So essentially, we are here. We're good. So from the live in the 20 some odd minutes that we decided to record this, I think I'm tired of being an adult. So I'm tired, but I'm good. It's Wednesday, going into Thursday, which means it's almost Friday, which means we're almost done another week.
So when you say you're tired, what do you
Just tired of being an adult. I'm tired of responsibilities.
Oh, listen.
Tired of emails saying
there's
your
a
bill's
lot of
ready.
there's a lot of shit that comes with adulthood, right?
Like-
so there's we can run down the list. There's bills. There's I gotta wake
That's
up
enough.
early. I gotta
That's
go to
enough.
work.
You ain't gotta do the rest of it.
I got old creaky ass bones. I got like we can run down this fucking list.
When you were on the live talking about you didn't have enough potassium, I don't know what that's got.
Listen, yo, we gonna talk about this shit, man. You ever had a Charlie horse, like a bad Charlie horse?
Yes.
Dog, you ever had one wake you up in the middle of the night in your sleep?
Nah, but like not like that. Like you may have had like a cramp or something like that. But I think like you do like that morning stretch. You know where like that good stretch before you get out of bed and you catch a Charlie horse and now you like feel like your leg's stuck. You're gonna break it off and die. Had a few of those. Yeah.
Nah, this motherfucker, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what position I was in when I was asleep, but whatever the fuck it was, when my leg locked up on me, dog, you seen Inception.
You're doing
I feel like
Pilates.
I was in Inception, and you know, I feel like I was in the third layer of Dreamland. Like, I was in the bottom of the bottom.
You were dead.
I was dead.
Yeah, you were
to the
basically
fucking world.
You're basically dead.
And whatever motion my leg made, the way that shit locked, I woke right up. I woke up immediately and throbbing in pain. I went and grabbed my massage gun. I was trying to massage the shit out. And of course, you add pressure to it. It hurts even more. You can't stretch the shit out because it's locked up on you.
I don't remember me last time having used a massage gun. This man's here fighting, blinking back
Fighting for
tears.
my goddamn life. Like, it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting here like nigga, what the fuck is going on? Long story short, I downed like a half a gallon of water because I was like, my muscles are clearly dehydrated.
Right.
No, I did not have any potassium, so I did not eat any bananas, but I was able to deal with it. And then the thing about Charlie horses is the following day, you always run the risk of locking that shit back up. Because I was at work today, and I felt the fucking pain. It didn't lock up, but I felt the pain in the same goddamn spot.
You re-injured the muscle group. That's kind of funny because it's like, now in the back of your head for 24 hours, you're like, I
can't do
don't
certain
want to
things.
die.
Right.
I don't want to die.
I can't move a certain way. My leg can't go a certain way. Because I was fearful this shit was going to lock up. I couldn't stand. I couldn't walk. I'm just sitting there like, damn, I can't even move.
Yeah.
And the worst part about the shit, I had to go to the bathroom when the shit locked up on me. So now I'm like, fuck. So I'm like halfway hopping to the damn bathroom. So I take
would
a
open the door and see you already falling into the bathroom. I'd have been like, what the fuck did you do?
Like the fuck is wrong with you?
Or better yet, you in a wheelchair like Paul Pierce over here, like laying down on the side of the chair, trying to get your life together. You know, like, what kind of dream was that? Like,
having all types of crazy ass dreams, man. But nah, man.
Trying to make sure you don't die in your sleep. Yeah, don't die in your sleep.
Eat y'all bananas, people, and drink your water.
I understand over 30 is dangerous, but just don't die in your sleep.
Dangerous. I don't even think dangerous is the word, man. But yeah, you know, we getting older out here. There's a lot of life that we still gotta live.
I'm aging gracefully. I don't know about you, but
we all getting older. Regardless of how you aging, we all getting older. We all, you know, I'm trying to age like fine wine. But you know, clearly I got issues with these damn Charlie horses, so we gonna figure that shit out. I don't fucking know.
Some medical attention.
I need to like the nurse call button, like ping my shit, like beat me up, Scotty, like type shit.
Oh, how often does this happen to you? Like, how many times have you run into this problem?
Oh no, it's not something that happens consistently. But when, like, I don't know if it's the level of Charlie horse that I get. I don't get them often.
Levels.
I feel like there's levels because I talk to other people who've had Charlie horses. I'm like, yeah,
no one else
shit off. No one's completely crippled to the point where you're now hopping on one leg just to go take a leak in the goddamn bathroom.
All right. Well, if you know that's a possibility, do you keep like crutches by your bed? Do you just like just emergency parent in the bed? Like,
no, because I don't get them often, so I never really expect.
A cane to just grab it. And just,
I never really.
Just in case it's ever happened to you, I'm prepared.
Listen, I keep water next to my bed. Worst case scenario, so we just rehydrate.
We're gonna hydrate our way through our problems.
There you go. That's what it comes down to.
That's so good.
Oh shit. So I'm trying to figure out how to word this question. Y'all know we like to start these shows off with a thought-provoking question or conversation.
There you go.
I'm just going to come out and say it. So
that's usually how fresh.
Yeah, there you go. There are different levels of addiction. There are. I'm not gonna lie to you. There are different levels. I know it's wild, so fucking wild.
Great and trash at the same time.
There are different addictions in life. Right?
Yes.
You can be addicted to things that are positive. You can be addicted to things that are negative.
Can you have a positive addiction?
Yeah.
What's a positive addiction?
Reading. You can be addicted.
You're addicted to reading?
Yeah.
But if it's something that's positive, isn't it called something else? I thought addictions were generally something like an unhealthy reliance on something.
Let's look at the Google because we take over the Google.
No. Right. Am I tripping? Can you be addicted to something? Maybe I'm tripping. I thought it was like another word. It's like a positive addiction is like a. I don't know.
A positive addiction does not dominate one's life. It stays confined and within a time frame.
Can you have a positive addiction? There you go.
Positive addiction strengthens us and makes our lives more satisfying.
Yeah. You can be positively addicted to something.
So, you can be positively addicted to something. You can be addicted to something that's detrimental to your life.
So, wouldn't you say we're all addicted to making money?
For the most part, yeah.
Like, I mean, like, you'll go out of your way to try and make money.
Well, here's the thing. Does that qualify as addiction, or does that qualify under just the normal pretense of way of life?
If presented a chance to make more money, would you take it?
But that's not really addiction, though.
No, but if you will do it at every time you're presented.
Oh, me personally, yes, I would. I know that I'm addicted to money, but I think
if every time that you're presented with an opportunity to make money, do you take it?
Depends on what I'm going into, because
I guess that'd be the addiction part.
That's what I'm saying. Because the addiction part comes in and saying, "Hey, I'm giving you this opportunity to go out on the corner right now." And tell every single old lady that you love.
Okay,
all right, cool. You're gonna do that shit, right? It's simple. Now that same corner, you got to go sell crack to make some money. You gonna do that for some money? If your answer is yes to both, you may have an addiction.
I mean, if I'm already out there, might as well double down. Sounds like overtime pay for one of these jobs.
Get your little increase, little time and a half.
I mean, why drive right through twice?
Why not?
Like, old lady walks by, you love them. Everybody else gets cracked. There you go. It's a pretty easy recipe to deal with.
But I think the level of addiction comes in, to your point, if you have a multitude of opportunities to make money and you say yes to all those, regardless if it's good, bad, or indifferent, you're going to do it because you have that addiction. I need more money. I need to get more money no matter what the case.
Constantly. Yeah.
I got to get it. So I think that's where the level of addiction comes from.
Gotcha.
Growing up.
Let me clear that up.
Yeah, there you go. Growing up, did you ever have like and I use this loosely because I feel like addictions follow you for quite a long time. But were you ever like addicted to anything? Like, when you're younger, you start trying different things. Cats start, whether it's eating certain things or drinking certain things or whatever that looks like for you.
I don't think I was addicted to things. I think I was a person of like pattern and like I like certain things. Like for example, like when I was a little kid, my food really couldn't touch. Like especially dessert food, like cake and ice cream. If it touched, throw the whole plate away. Like
my sweet and savories could never touch.
Well, not even that. I'm talking about like.
No, mine was more
cake,
so. Mine was more so a flavor thing. Like I couldn't have my savory shit be sweet. Like if you ever see me eat chicken and waffles, even to this day, I'll put syrup on the waffles, hot sauce on the chicken, and then the eggs are never on the same plate because I don't like my eggs sweet. I don't like my syrup to touch my eggs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I was a kid, like I wasn't the kid who was like a psychopath and poured syrup all over the plate. But I mean, like, if like the eggs are on a little.
Yeah, just a little spoon.
But I didn't want salt and pepper for my eggs like on like
But that's why I usually get a separate plate.
So you had 68 plates as a kid.
Well, no, your parents served you shit on a plate, and then I was a kid like, I don't want to eat it. This is sweet. I want sweet eggs. Like, you know how that shit go.
6-year-old open talking about savory and sweet can't touch. I'd be like, I don't even know what that even means. I would just be randomly moving things on the plate. Work. I don't know what that is.
I just think
my food couldn't touch though. I would not, especially if it was like something that was wet and it was like something like dry. Like you have like first of all, I had to eat gravy as a kid. No, you're not pouring this sauce all over thing. No, absolutely not.
Right.
But then, like for example, like cake and ice cream, I think of like my cake was on a plate, ice cream was in a bowl. If it was on the same plate, you can have the whole plate back. I'm not eating any of this, things like that. You had like let's say you had like ham, green beans, mac and cheese, stuff like that on the plate. Yeah, nothing was. Yeah, we weren't getting a fork full of everything. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You get a fork of this, fork of that. And I usually ate it in order too. I eat like the vegetable, then like the starch, then the meat. Like I don't know why, but it was kind of like that. So.
Okay.
I don't know if I was addicted to anything. I mean, there were things like
you never like try like when you were growing. All right. So for instance, right, I had a weird. The only word I could describe it is addiction. I had a weird addiction to eating paper. I don't know what the fuck it was. Yeah, I ate paper. Index cards was my favorite because for whatever reason, index cards taste a fucking certain way. Loose leaf paper was amazing. I don't know what the fuck it was.
What would make you eat paper?
I don't know.
So I just put a stack of paper in there. You just go to town.
No. It wasn't like I'm sitting there like, oh, paper. Like, nah, nigga, no. It'd be like if you gave me like a piece of paper, I would like tear a little piece off, and then that piece of paper would be like paper for the day. Like, all right, I'd be like put a little piece in my mouth, go about the day, go back, rip another piece off. Like, all right,
so you ate paper like chewing tobacco.
Sure.
Gotcha.
That was my addiction. But also, I did that. I was a big fan of chalk. You couldn't tell me shit about chalk dust.
Chalk?
Not ate chalk, but like the chalk dust. I used to run my finger on a little board and then lick it. I used to like the way it tastes.
There's so many things becoming so evident after many years of chalk dust in the brain.
I like the way it tastes. I don't know.
Oh wow.
I would class because I don't know what triggered it. I don't know why I even started in the first place.
Wow.
But it was to a point where it was just like I would do it damn near every day because it tasted good. I don't fucking know. I know people that are addicted to glue. Like I know people that ate glue. I know people that ate Vaseline, like things like that, or baby powder. That was another one that I've seen people do. So when we talk about,
I don't know if it's like addiction. Like I know, like when I was a kid, I did my nails really bad. Like I would like.
Yeah, I was definitely.
I would like bite my nails a lot. So those are all over God's creation. Yeah,
no real addiction.
Or if you have like a callus in your hand, things like that. Like I would pick like my skin.
At it.
I picked like my skin for sure. That was something.
But I was that as a kid. I wouldn't
pick like any random skin off. I mean, like, it was like,
if I was a kid and I had a scab, 9 times out of 10, I was in a corner like,
oh hell no,
like playing with this shit,
you were
like
a serial killer. Paper and
playing with the shit, like trying to see, like I do all that to say, to ask the question Did you see the story of the most recent addiction? If you have not, I heard it's very fishy.
I believe I did.
So, there is a gentleman who he has not dated anyone since he was 15 years old. You may ask why. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is addicted to tuna. Tuna in all sorts of flavors. Now, mind you, he's addicted to fish as a whole, but tuna specifically. So there was like a nice little interview.
I ate a lot of tuna as a kid.
I wouldn't say I ate enough to be addicted to it. Like this
Not
man,
addicted.
this man would slurp the tuna out of the goddamn can.
Never hated
And like in the as he's like sitting there talking to the, I think he cracks open like 3 different cans during the interview, and he's like spoon-feeding. I can't say spoon-feeding himself because he's using his hands. But literally eating all this damn tuna to the goddamn cans. I've never seen or met anyone addicted to tuna.
Well, I mean, at least he's addicted to a food. They got times like people who like, all right, so for example, you're eating paper. I mean, I've seen ones where people are like eating cotton, people like over here eating
Crack.
Oh shit. All right. Ready to ease our way into that transition.
No transition. It's an addiction.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, if at least it's a food. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to walk around smelling tuna. I mean, there was a point in my life in which I made like a tuna fish sandwich almost every single day for lunch, like almost like clockwork.
Yeah,
it was like whatever. But I wouldn't say I was ever addicted. Like this man walks around with a can of tuna in his pocket. This man was like mid conversation, just like took it out, started eating some.
He opened his cabinet and the shit was top to bottom filled with tuna, all different flavors, like size cans. Like
he said his mom used to give him like tuna for like Easter.
Oh yeah, they said he didn't want chocolate. He wanted tuna and sardines. Tuna and sardines for Easter. Can you imagine as a kid, you're because you got siblings too. Your brothers and sisters getting, chocolate covered bunnies, all this shit, and your mom gives you tuna.
This man said it's not omega-3 reds, and then I don't want it. Like, that's basically, like, how it was. And I mean, I'm like, damn. But I guess it's just kind of like how anything else is. For some reason, there's some connection. There's something that happens in your brain or some... I don't know. I mean, the thing, too, I think is, like, kind of with addiction is, like, it's got to be something that either nurtures you or something that you can't get sick of. And he was like, he's like, it doesn't bother me when like the juice runs down my chin.
No, he said, he's literally said like, he's like, I prefer that. He said, I need to bathe in the tuna water because he's like, I love the feeling of feeling all dirty while I eat the tuna. It's like, ew. Yeah. I can only imagine what his dating life is like because that was the big part of the conversation. Can you imagine if a chick pulled out a can of tuna on your first date? What would you do? What would your reaction be? Like y'all just chilling, y'all having a bomb ass time.
Aren't we here to eat? Are we about to eat? Are you hungry? Like, did you?
No. This ain't like at a restaurant. I'm talking about like this is like on some GB. You took her bowling, and she just randomly cracks out a can of tuna. Just gets a strike, and then you about to bowl. You turn around. She's sitting there like, hand in the tuna.
You know what's funny though? I mean, I'd rather that than she pull out like a can of like chewing tobacco. I mean, it's still weird. But I'm trying to think. I'm like, yo, what's the weirdest thing somebody did during a date?
The weirdest thing someone did during a date.
I mean, when that kind of, I guess, like stemmed for you.
The weird. Damn, now you gotta make me think. I know the weirdest thing a girl did or said to me.
Oh God!
This is a family show, or is this the explicit version?
Oh,
I had a girl who, the first time meeting her, never met this girl a day in my life. Wanted to. Now, let me set the preface, right? As guys, if a girl wants to take you home, 9 out of 10 you be like, oh shit, bet I ain't gotta do no fucking work, right? Cause she wants the shit. Yeah, that's how the shit happened. That's how the shit went down, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm, first date, cool. I'm thinking I'm about to go be some cheeks, whatever. She goes, yeah, but I need you to nut in me. I don't want you to wear no condom, no nothing, Like, she was like, literally, I need you to nut me. And I was like, yeah, no. I had to weasel my way out of going back to that house, sir.
Man, that must have been a hell of a date before that, buddy.
Well, the date started.
You were a winner.
The date started at a halal truck. Where we sat and got some food, and when
somebody to a halal truck and they ask you,
well, when
for a baby,
no, it gets even better. And then
Oh hell no!
y'all know I'm not the most religious, but I do have I'm Catholic, right? We gonna call it as what it is. I do pray over my food, so I prayed over my food, and I knew it was going downhill when she laughed at me. She laughed at me and she's like, "Oh wait, you're one of those." And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean one of those?"
One of those? Oh shit!
So then she proceeds to tell me that she's atheist, and yeah, that's what started the whole thing. And then
And you stayed.
well, I stayed because I had already ordered my food. So
I would have started.
I got
looking
the
at
first
to-go options.
I got the first course was
You
on
have
in
the
front of me.
container
I
for
was
the rest
waiting
of it?
for the second course to come out from the kitchen. So wasn't shit too much I can do at that moment in time.
Yeah, they would have to start packing my shit up. Yeah, the dessert can go.
Well, if we
Sides,
was at the dessert table, I would just order that shit to go, and then it's like, yeah, I'll let you later, shorty, type
God
shit.
damn.
But yeah, that's probably the weirdest or most random thing a chick has said or done I can think of.
Mm.
But I didn't have any like random pull out tuna cans and shit like that.
Well, this wasn't a date per se, but I have had. So I mean, it's like kind of talking about eating weird shit. I've like sat at dinner with somebody because it was actually like I can't really say who it is, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a date. It was like somebody that I knew,
Mm-hmm.
and like he would constantly talk with his mouth full, but
Like
none
not
of
like
the
his hand in
food,
front of his mouth.
but none of the food ever came out.
Hmm.
So you know, like when you have someone like laughing, like chewing their mouth and like smacking their lips, you're kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, like you're kind of anticipating eventually they're going to spit some food out,
Mhm.
or like something's going to happen. And you're like, all right, first of all, because I'm not trying to see that.
You like
anyway,
anticipating shit.
it just never happened.
Hmm.
But I was always kind of like
Yeah, on the edge of your
like
seat.
slowly moved from the table, like kind of sitting back a little bit,
Yeah.
and I was kind of like, this is like sorcery. Like how is
God,
this?
is it sorcery?
Like, how is this happening? Like there's not a limit on this side, which should project it, and it just never did. But yeah, no, I mean, I've definitely had some people that, were like, they just, like, eat really weird. Like, kind of like I don't know. Like I respect people who eat, like, normally. So, okay, so here's the thing I don't like, right?
It's like,
Everyone
what's
tries to be
wrong with you?
dainty. Now, here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I personally,
Mhm.
for me,
Mhm.
will never order a very messy food
On
the
the
first
first
time I meet someone.
Yep.
Which most people don't, okay? So
Right.
I'm not expecting, like, you go out here with Bethany, and Bethany orders a rack of ribs,
Mhm.
barbecue sauce slathered,
Like fucking white
Dip-
chicks. This is white chicks.
right?
Sliding down
yeah.
slabs of ribs.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah.
garlic sauce.
I'm not expecting that, and
Yeah.
generally it's gonna be something that's gonna use a utensil for a while. Like unless you go to like even if we met at like a bar,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd order wings. I'd get like cheesesteak egg rolls. You would get like something that's kind of a little cleaner, especially that first time. Because also the first time you're talking to somebody, probably like
Of course.
talking. You're not trying to be like whatever.
You ain't trying. Your breath ain't trying to be balling. You
Yeah.
try to eat something that's clean.
That's what I like.
Something you gotta fidget with. Something that's not about to have your fucking breath humming. Like you
Yeah.
ain't trying to do all that.
I had somebody who was just like, and I like the fact that people like just eat their food. Like please don't pick through stuff and take like forever to eat. Just eat food. Like it's okay to be normal, eat food. But
Guess what? Let me fun
Yo.
fact before you continue. Fun fact. If the date goes well, we're going to continue spending time, which means I'm going to eventually see you eat like the way you normally eat. So it's okay,
right?
just to eat.
But she was killing it though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you eat at home? Killing. Like, I'm like, is everything okay? Like to the point where I felt like a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, all right, cool. I mean, I guess there's a certain level of comfort here. Like, man, you are like I was trying to think of something like witty to say. Like, man, this food really is good. Like, wow, I'm hungry too. I'm talking about like killing it, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because like when like that first date, that second date, or like you hang out with somebody, and, you're telling stories, you're talking about yourself, and I'm sitting there and I eat pretty fast.
Right.
Like if people who ever eat around me, like yes, being one of five, but
Hell
but
no.
but I eat food. Like I make it move. I'm not messy or whatever. But bro, like I had like 3/4 of my plate left, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, am I talking too much? Like am I telling too many stories? Am I asking too many questions? Like so I'm like, nah, we're talking, bro. she's killing this shit. And I'm like it's paid for, bro. Like it's gonna get paid for.
The
like,
food's not
no
going
one's gonna
anywhere.
take it from you. But then I've had people who are like super picky too. So like I remember this one time I went somewhere. I can't remember if it was like a friendly day. I don't even remember. I don't even care at this point. Clearly, sorry for whoever you were, but but like they were like picking like through it, and it wasn't like they weren't eating. I was like maybe like they're like afraid to eat in front of me. Meanwhile, I was starving,
Going ham.
so like I'm filling in
About to fuck
stories,
this shit up.
but I'm killing the food, but like not like crazy. And I remember like kind of finishing my plate and looking over, and it looked like they had like just got their plate. It looked like their plate had just come out. So I'm sitting there, kind of like asking questions, like my hands crossed, like trying to sip the water, like real slow, like. And they were like eating like half a piece of lettuce every 15 minutes. I'm like, I don't like we don't have to
Like
do
a
this.
fucking rabbit.
Yeah, like rabbits eat faster now. I'm like, you can eat your food. Like, you don't have to be shy, you don't have to be cute, you don't have to, like, I didn't say get the slather back of ribs over here, sauce, elbow down.
What would you prefer, the breaking of
Yeah.
the bones and sucking the marrow out, or
Look
eating lettuce?
What I was saying, she looking like she came out of surgery, sauce all over her hands and elbows. But I mean, so you know what's funny? I guess if I had to ask you, if you had to pick between, like, the rabbit or coming out of surgery, which would you prefer?
How public of a public setting is this?
I mean, you're at the spot. I mean, you're at a restaurant. It's not the crib. The crib, I really don't care. The crib, I'm going to make fun of. I'm like, yo, my nigga, you straight? You cool?
Yeah,
Like,
you good,
you want to
you
go
good.
back, nigga? Like, goddamn. Somebody said, was going to take it away? Like, what's going on? But, you know.
If I'm being honest with you, if this is the first date, I feel like personally I would judge you less if you ate like a bird and then divulge them the next time around versus the first time. Because I'm not gonna lie, when you asked me that question, the first thing I thought about was that goddamn scene from fucking White Chicks.
Yes.
If I pull up to a first date and you got stomach hanging out, fucking baby bib, ribs hanging off the fucking lip, you trying to talk to me in the fucking rib, a whole rib smack the shit out of me in my goddamn face, like, no, absolutely the fuck not. So I would rather you be dainty, save your daintiness for the first, because after that, okay, we've already broke the ice, we've already had conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting more of an authentic self that second time around. But yeah, the first time, I ain't gonna lie to you, if I come through and you pull a white chick scene, I'm judging you. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you care if they're a picky eater?
To a certain extent. Because
Yeah.
I'm
kind of the same way.
yeah,
not gonna lie.
to a certain extent. Like, I understand like pickiness, I understand like certain taste buds, I understand allergies, I get all that, right? But you gotta understand what you're dealing with. Now, me personally, like we work out. We work out a lot. We are both foodies, right? We both like going to different restaurants, trying new foods, all the other shit. So we down for whatever. Like,
Right.
literally the definition, DFW, down for whatever. When it comes to food, I'm fucking eating that shit as long as they ain't got no fucking peanuts in it. Because I'm going to die.
Oh.
However,
How did we get there? So it got. Oh,
because I'm going to
you
die.
said no peanuts. in
Yeah.
it. Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Bro. That's not what I
I was like, what are you talking about,
said.
bro?
Bro, I thought you said, ain't as long as there no penis in it. I said,
Nigga, what?
so specific. And where do you run into this? Well, why was it the first thing that came to your mind?
No,
Yo,
peanuts.
that's what I thought. I said, huh? I said, where you eating that?
So those who don't know, I am allergic to peanuts. So as long as I ain't got no peanuts.
Peanuts. Yo, you got enunciate.
Peanuts. As long as I got no peanuts in it, I'm cool.
Over here with a penis and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, I'm good. I didn't go down that aisle of the grocery store. I don't know what grocery store you was at, but you keep that shit on that side of town.
That's what, yo. And somebody said they thought you said penis too. I said, huh? I said, yo. No.
Wild ass.
No, that's why I came to a complete stop. I said, wait a minute.
Oh
She
shit.
said, that's such a specific dietary restriction. I said, what the fuck is going on? Alright. He said, as long as there is no peanuts.
Yes, peanuts.
Alright. Got you. I can dig it.
Yeah, but other than that,
That the brown that one. I got it. Woo.
listen.
I mean, wow.
But to answer
All
your,
cuisines.
answer your
Available to my
question
fans over here.
directly, I think more so because I am more open to food. I
Yeah.
would appreciate someone who has a larger palate for food. Now I get it. We have certain restrictions and all that stuff. I get all that.
Okay.
But as a personal preference, I would love if the person who I am taking out, first date, second date, whatever the case may be, has a plethora, a large palette for food.
Okay.
Makes things easier that way.
So you're saying like they're willing to try new food?
Yes.
Or you're saying that they don't have like 64 allergies?
Both.
And 85. Okay, I got you.
Both. A mixture of both.
I mean, I can't hold allergies against you. So
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't
things
hold
like
it
that.
against you. It would be nice if you didn't have like luckily for me, I only have that one allergy for food, and it is not like every single restaurant, every single item on the menu has peanuts in it. Like no.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I don't like chicken tender warriors. To be honest with you, if every time you go somewhere, like you go to Del Frisco's,
Cheap date.
it's not at Del Frisco's.
I'm fucking with you.
Why gotta
Because they
be
chicken
$60?
tenders is still $60.
Yeah, I'm saying it's still $48. Like, yeah, no. But I mean, but at the same time, though, people at least would try new things.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you may not buy it yourself, but at least you'll try new things. Try at least roll the dice on it.
Right.
Things like that. So, yeah, I'm probably pretty similar to you. Now it's funny. I'm actually more annoyed by like the dainty eater because you're trying to like, look, if you wild out on the plate, that's funny to me. I feel like I can make a joke or say something about that.
Yeah.
When you're trying to out dainty each other. I'm hungry.
But that's still jokes flying through. I'm saying like, all right, come on, bird, like get your shit. Like the fuck we doing? Like they still jokes flying regardless.
Oh wait, you look at the lettuce and whatnot. I'm trying to eat the half lettuce, you want a quarter lettuce. I'm hungry. My food's getting cold. I've been waiting all day for this. Because like before you spend the day, you're not gonna eat all a bunch of food.
Mm-hmm.
You'll eat the food, drinks, you need space. Yeah. I don't want to have to be overly dainty. I'm trying to eat my food because I'm hungry. I purchased it. This is bought food. They're not going to take it from me, but I want to eat it while it's hot. I want to eat it while it's fresh.
Right.
I mean, unless it's trash. Then, if it's trash, then it's trash. But, it's cool. So. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, so I personally am more annoyed by the dainty eater than the person who came out of surgery on the road. Bro.
That also depends on where we're eating, too. Like, if we go to, like, a seafood spot, and you pull out a fork and knife, I'm judging you. I'm sorry, I'm judging you.
What you mean? They got scallops. They got other things that take forks and knives.
If I'm sitting at this goddamn table chucking these fucking crab legs, and you pull out a fork and knife, I'm judging.
Well, see, I'm from Maryland. I'm judging you if you got a leg crack. I'm confused as to why there's so many tools on the table. What's with all the hammers and the crackers and whatnot? You have two God-given hands. Get right. Get active. But no. Now a fork and spoon with the boiled bag.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, these are like real seafood. Like
no, like you got a bag boiled crawfish, crab legs, shrimp, little andouille sausage. And you put on a fucking fork and knife. The fuck is going on there?
My man over here got this stuff floundering, wild. He said, "Whoa, where you fork at?"
I unbutterflied the butterfly salmon. Like nigga, what?
Right. That's insane. Like, bro, get some utensils. If they cost anything extra, get a fucking fork, bro. Like, people can see you.
This shit is funny as hell, yo.
Nah, people can see you. Get a fucking fork, bro. But yeah, the people that have, like, the 64 tools with the crab leg, I understand I was privy to a different skill set as a youth. I understand. But the crack, and then you look at laws.
It'd be with the bib, with the glove, with the mallet, with the cracker.
Oh, the gloves you got.
With the
gloves
it'd be all the whole.
You're an
nine.
adult. Take the gloves off.
Like they brought out the starter kit out the back for your ass. Like the starter kit came in a bag and said, "Here you go."
Take them gloves off. You're an adult. You pay taxes. Cut it out.
Oh shit!
But I mean, we definitely talk about the boiled bag ideas. Look. I mean, I understand it's part of society, but. It's a scam.
So ideally, if you could choose a first date restaurant, what would be your first date restaurant?
For real?
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah.
Or for the other person?
No, if whoever Shorty is, if Shorty says, not Shorty says, you took the initiative, you took the lead, say, hey, I'm going to plan this date,
Yeah.
You had all the options. What's your first date restaurant?
I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I like a chill spot with a wide menu.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like... This is for me. This is not for her.
Yep.
Because people going to wild out. Because I know people going to comment on this. Take me to an Applebee's, bro.
Yeah.
Chili's, I'm chilling.
I was about to say Landmark. I know there's somebody on the Landmark. Landmark. What?
Because there's options.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chill environment.
Yep.
And like you feel inclined to talk. Like some of the fancier places, like I feel like you can't really
have the
indulge
same
in
level of conversation
because it's like you're supposed to acquire the ambiance, this, that, and the third.
If I crack jokes at Landmark and fucking bust your ass, I know we can sit and
Right,
laugh
exactly.
and we be cool.
Right, and if I'm more focused on squinting at the price, make sure the card don't decline. Gotta hold on, baby girl. You was talking about your childhood. I got you. Is that 3 digits? Is that what's the market price? What's that mean?
What's the market
what
price?
Is that? Is there a manager? Like if I gotta do all that, you know what I'm saying? Wild out at the Applebee's. Wild out, yo. The world is your oyster. At the Red Lobster, go crazy, because I don't have to squint. I don't you want this low lighting, so you can't see the price.
Right, for a reason.
So wild out, and that way when you start coughing, you know what I'm saying?
your magical bathroom trip.
Right. Yo, and the thing is, like I'm not wild. I'm not bugging looking. I've had first dates at places that were triple digit bills. I've had first dates where right above the 2 for $20.
Yeah,
it was cool. But I think it's just anywhere where and especially with the first day, I said because there's so much conversation, there's so much like building, you feel comfortable. Essentially, I like places that you can actually, I feel you can talk.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I actually, for real, something that kind of happens from time to time is people do like brunches.
Yeah.
So like, I don't need the whole girl gang over there twerking the entire time, to the ratchets. You know what I'm saying? But I like the ambiance, but not for the first date. I'm not trying to have.
I say for the ambiance, my man's on the first date, staring at all the asses behind the first date.
Yo, imagine on the first date, and they got a whole episode of Baywatch just wild over there in the booth. And you over here like, no. Tell me. Let's switch seats. Let's switch seats. Now you switch seats.
No, you go to brunch and it's a whole twerk contest.
Right. And you over here doing this. No. So tell me why you are the way you are.
You say, come here, baby girl. Let me see your hand. Fight quick. You hold the head. I need to put my attention.
Put the napkin over your head. Hold her hands like this. Talking about why are you like this?
Oh shit.
Meanwhile, the Jones over there. What was it? The tweet the other week when she won that bottle of Ace of Spades.
Yeah, kicked her fucking leg up, man.
Look, dog, if y'all were on Twitter, I'm surprised it didn't hit Instagram. I didn't see it on Instagram.
I saw it on somebody's story, but I think there was like a screen recording.
Yeah. So long story short, there was a chick that was at a brunch somewhere. They were having a twerk competition with reference to be, and she just said, "I'm gonna join in."
She said, "I'm gonna take this shit over.
Yo,
take it, run with it."
You ain't never seen somebody about to do God's work. Yo, it was a little hop.
It was a little hop step kick. Like I know some of y'all know about Greeks and all that shit. Y'all know a little Capilet kick. Now imagine like adding like some sex appeal to that, and then the chick ain't had she looked like she had no panties on. But that's the
there were no panties on.
She had no idea where they were. Her ass was assing.
Yo, but the Yamo Stillskins were immediately available.
That shit was. She put that leg up. We knew it was over. It was a done deal.
Because it was a girl who was actually twerking at the time, fighting for her life. She was doing okay, but immediately became a side event.
The funniest part of that whole video was the other chick started twerking first, and the shorty who kicked the leg up, I think she gave her like a good 3 to 5 seconds, and was staring at her and was like, "Yeah, this bitch ain't doing it." And then she kicked the leg up. It was like, "Yeah, fuck that shit."
And then the other one was like, "Yeah, we're in trouble. Let's try it out. Lean, try to work the best you can." Look, we're not saying you did a bad job. Okay, you gotta understand it. You have to understand, Fresh Cuts Podcast did not say you did a bad job.
Fresh Cuts Pod loved the twerks.
You were outmanned in that situation. Yeah. Okay? You didn't have a chance.
It's okay. It's all right. They did you dirty. It's all right.
It's all right.
I was cracking up. I played that video a couple of times. I was cracking up at the girl in the background who was hanging on for dear life, but it looked like she was about to fucking fall off the goddamn seat. I didn't know if she was expecting a lap dance or what the hell it was.
No, that was like that little meme where like homeboy was standing there looking at it like he figured out he won't play with dolls and toys no more. Look, she had her moment. Look, all I'm saying is this: when you're in a situation like that, you want a fun environment. Find an environment that would be conducive to me when they ask you out on a second date. That's all I'm saying. I can't be over here like, hey, real quick, did you see what she just did? I don't know if you saw it or not. She's on the on their side of mine. She's doing God's work over there. I'm sorry. I'm a Catholic man.
I'm not gonna lie, ladies. If you want a life hack, you don't got to be into girls, but if you like complimenting girls and you see your dude is looking at another girl, compliment the girl with them. I guarantee you. We say, I guarantee.
Hey, yo. Nah. Look, you have to understand, like, I feel like in a perfect world, I feel like your girl, like, I feel like
me and my girl are going to compliment
Right.
other women in a perfect world.
If the hands went by, you may have seen it before. You say, hey, I don't care what you're talking about.
Right.
I don't care what you did. I don't care what you want to do. Like, did you see what just
You
walked
see
by?
that shit?
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, then go back to what you was doing.
I may teach my girl what eyeballs mean. Like eyeballs. I may teach you what eyeballs mean. That might be our code word.
That's top tier. That's top tier entertainment. Eyeballs. That's crazy. Now you got to start telling the time.
Right.
Eyeballs. 9:30. Let's keep moving.
Just keep it pushing, man.
Eyeballs. 8:45. Huh? Facts. It's like that. That's crazy.
All in all, man, listen, if you're gonna, what started this conversation, we were talking about addictions, and this is a gentleman that was addicted to tuna. If you're gonna be addicted to something, hopefully it's something that helps you and that doesn't hurt you.
I mean,
Just that's
it's
the thing.
healthy.
Hopefully. Well, I mean, this hurts him in a way that he ain't got no dating life.
I mean,
he just smells like fish
He
all the
smells
time.
like a can of tuna.
That's what I'm saying.
I was Charlie suggesting some portable toothpaste,
Yeah.
cologne.
Well, at this point in time, that shit's probably oozing through his pores, so he needs a complete detox. fuck just the mouth. Like, he needs a body detox at this point. My man needs to go to GNC and buy one of those little magic pills that rips your whole body out. He needs one of them joints.
Sounds expensive.
Because I guarantee you, this man, you were talking about the heat that we were having in Philly the other day. This man would have stepped outside, his whole surroundings would have smelled like tuna. I'm good.
Now you gotta get your ass beat for that. Somebody gotta send you back inside. That's not it. That's definitely not it.
Oh shit. Alright, well, I don't know which direction you want to tackle. You want to tackle Putin, you want to tackle Orange in Charge, you want to tackle Lizzo, you want to tackle China, you want to tackle your favorite car, the Dodge Challenger.
First, I have never owned a Dodge Challenger in my life.
Oh shit. We can start Dodge Challenger, that's fine.
Why not?
So when was this? This was
you done it the other morning. Go ahead.
Listen, I was trying to catch a little sale, a little deal, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to get me a little SRT, you know what I mean?
6 miles to the gallon.
Like,
Crazy.
dead ass. So, you know, if you are one of the individuals that was in love with a Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, or even a Chrysler 300, they made a solid
Price
run.
made a car to look like a Bentley.
Yeah, I mean, they've been around for at least the last like decade and a half, if not longer.
Hood stamp classic.
Legitimately,
Hood
like you had the Chargers, any hood, you was good in any hood, right?
Yeah.
Now, granted, even though you're good in every hood, you probably got your shit stolen in certain hoods because it was a hot commodity car. Chrysler 300.
I got my doors back.
You know what I mean? Chrysler 300, that was the baby Bentley, right? Then when that car first came out, everyone was like, "Oh, I need to grab this. I need to grab the baby Bentley." Da 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 da. They had a nice little run. Well, Fresh Cuts is here to report to you all. If you did not catch the wave and you missed the era, you missed out. So as of 2 days ago, Dodge is no longer making any of those vehicles. So the Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, and Chrysler 300 are officially off the market, and there will be no more of those cars made.
Did they say why?
So I haven't read an official. Let me preface this. I haven't read an official statement from Dodge themselves. But I did read some of like the higher names who do like some of like the vehicle reports as they come out. So one, security. Too many people are getting their cars stolen from a Charger standpoint. Chargers and Challengers are probably one of the most stolen cars in the United States.
Scat packs or just regular?
I would definitely Scat Pack. What, nigga? What? The moment you see that shit, it's a wrap.
I mean, they don't put like better security in it. No.
I mean, I think you got to order that shit.
I mean, the car's also like 3,000 pounds heavier.
Here's
so
the
I
thing:
figured
if I'm gonna pay the money for a Scat Pack, I'm gonna pay the money for a better security. So the fact that cats was out here getting a Scat Pack stolen without that level of security, probably should reevaluate your life. But nonetheless, That is the end of an era. If you got it, listen. If you got it, you flaunt it because
if they're in good condition, I guess you can try and sell yours.
at some point. I don't think they'll be worth like a ton of money for at least a couple years. I feel like those cars specifically for a while was a very oversaturated market
Fair.
for a grip.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people had them.
Chris says sources trust me, bro. Listen, man. I don't have the official Dodge, but I did read some of the reports. So
Right.
I didn't talk to Dodge's CEO.
They're sending him information as we speak. Stay tuned, guys. He's gonna update us all. So it's fine.
I got y'all, man. But I know how much you loved you were trying to get your Chrysler.
Yeah, I never
300.
Yeah. Actually, the funny part was I had a few
upset.
friends that had Chrysler 300s.
I had a couple of them too.
I wasn't
The Chrysler 300 didn't really do too much for me. I had a
manager who had a custom one. He had like
I've seen some
all
dope
black
custom ones.
exterior and like a white leather interior. It was like
Somebody gonna say half the military about to drop out after hearing all this shit.
oh shit. Well,
They got Dodge, but the military has a really good program with Dodge. Like they got a really good discount, so that's why a lot of people that are in the military, they probably own a Dodge Charger. At least most of the people that I know that are in the military own Dodge Chargers.
nasty word.
So, but yeah, an end of an era, sir.
Well, I guess if you wanted one,
It's kind of a dub.
you gotta go borrow one now. There you go.
Not borrowing.
Just rent it and steal it.
I was
That's fine.
going Toro and just don't return it.
Just rent it and steal it. There you go. Is Toro still out doing like Enterprise and all them as rental cars or no?
I don't know, but I know they're still doing numbers because I be getting ads for these bitches all the time. Like, so they gotta still be around. I be seeing ads for them everywhere.
I mean, Airbnb is getting curb stomped by hotels.
I know.
So that's why I didn't know if the other services.
I feel like we had this conversation when that shit was a thing. We knew that the world was gonna make its way back around. Like, it was one of those situations where here's what's new, here's what's hot in the streets. Airbnb is giving you cheap discounted prices for these similar types of rooms or sometimes whole buildings. Eventually, the price was going to even out on the hotel side because they were losing out too much money.
Yeah, it's definitely fair.
So
And I think that was the part too. I was just kind of like, well, there has to be an amenity balance for this cost because I think that's what killed them. I was like, hotels get away with charging fees because someone will come clean the room and they give you extra towels.
Yeah,
That's it.
legit.
But they can charge you $64 for that.
Dog, I went to when I was away last week. I was down in Virginia Beach, and I remember the dude. Literally, the last thing he said to me after I checked into my room, he says, "Make sure you return the beach towel, or else we'll have to charge you." I said, "What?" And I just for GPS, like, how much do you charge?
You rented a beach towel?
No, I didn't rent the beach towel.
Oh.
The beach towel came with the room, but if you don't return it, you get charged.
I remember one time I took
a towel from the room.
a sheet.
Oh,
South
shit. I did that.
It was
when
like
I
a
did-
twin. It
Yeah.
was like two twins.
Yeah.
That was like, I'm not saying it was a low ass
Yeah,
towel.
no.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I sat on like a sheet.
Yeah, I've done that, like
Shook the
seeing
sand
that
off
sun.
and took it back.
Yep.
But it is what it
Kind of
is.
kept it pushing, but yeah, no, he said it was gonna be like $80 charge, like for a fucking towel. Like buy
It's
about, like,
200 thread count, bro. Shit chafes.
that shit wasn't no $200 account, but you know, you only know where
It's
it's
a
at.
towel. It was like 100.
Who knows? But it wasn't fucking worth $80. I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, $80 would have to be.
10 packs of those towels are probably worth $80.
So it was 60 count. And you could see the threads in the towel.
Like, I opened the towel and I could see through the shit.
Oh,
This shit's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, you gotta get your money back, boss.
Yes. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
should deposit back.
Well, speaking of people who may need to get deposits back or, you know, just get life back in general,
You want to talk about debt, or you want to talk about homeboy going to jail for life?
which debt we referring to?
Uh,
yeah. Vladdy?
Yeah.
Let's talk Vladdy first.
All right.
We can, Orange and Charge can take a backseat.
Well, this week in scary news.
Vladdy!
So it's kind of scary, you know, when you sink a ship, you know, that's kind of scary to lose that. But I have to say, in the last 30 days, President Vladimir Putin forgiving $23 billion in debt is a little more scary to me. I don't know.
He's trying to buy out the rest of the world. When I read that, that's the first thing I thought about. Like,
So,
he's literally trying to buy out the rest of the world.
He forgave $23 billion in debt that was owed by African countries. He also forgave $684 million to Somalia 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So So this is this week. So essentially the last 7 days or so. And people are like, well, who cares? Why is this important? So on the grand scale of things in the world, everybody owes everybody money. In some way, shape, or form, some amount, whatever happens to be.
Yep.
The way everything kind of balances out is you owe me, I owe you. So if I ever call a favor in, because you owe me something,
I'm expecting you to
I do
come
something,
yep.
maybe a deal on shipping, maybe a deal on trade, because of how everyone owes somebody something.
Right.
There's countries that owe people for wars, helping them out. There's countries that have loaned people money to get out of debts and things like that. But the major part here is because Russia, as you guys have known, is one of the highest trading countries in the world. Vladimir Putin, as you guys all know, is not exactly the most stand-up guy out here for things. But ultimately, as we know, he's been kind of working with countries separately outside of using the American dollar as a trade source, trying to build up unity between China, some other countries. A lot of funny money going on. No pun intended. So when you forgive $23 billion, meanwhile, while in an entire war with Ukraine, who he just seemingly does not care about.
Zero fucks.
He spoke at a Russia-Africa summit, essentially, that was about a week ago. And Putin said Russia was advocating expansion of representation of African countries in the UN Security Council and other UN structures, which it generally is not represented in because usually it's by the world powers that, long story short, are richer countries. Let's put it that way. So him advocating for Africa. Yeah, Vladimir Putin advocating for Africa. He will also assist in opening new African embassies and consulates in Russia. The same way that he's trying to reopen the embassies in Burkina Faso and the Equatorial Guinea. Power move here. That, a lot of people will be like, well, that's really nice of him.
No. Y'all don't understand what he's doing in the long term of this.
Why?
Do y'all remember the story that we reported maybe like 5-6 months now at this point in time? About the U.S. and what he was trying to do. He's been moving very, very, let's call it strategically, right? I think that's the best word I can potentially use for this conversation. Where he has been trying to, in this situation, forgive debt. What happens when you forgive debt? You make friends, right?
Or you make employees.
That too. So you do that with tons of countries around the world. Also, by the way, these are also countries that owe us money as well.
A lot of it.
So when you kind of cut the U.S. out of being the middleman that everybody somehow owes, now you rise to power.
Also, if someone says, well, they forgave our debt, so why don't you? And you say no, you look like a big baby pants.
Yep.
Which isn't good when World War III breaks out.
It's coming. Y'all don't think it's coming? It's coming.
I keep trying to tell people to do your push-ups.
You're
gonna get drafted. It's not if, it's
on its way.
So, it's something to keep an eye on. I understand a lot of people don't like watching the news because it's negative. I got it. I know a lot of people don't like watching the news because they have no idea what's going on. Got it. That's our job here, to keep you informed. But in this week's shit. Yeah, I wasn't in love with that title when I saw it, and then and he was like, yeah, there's a lot of advocates, and there's so many things that can come from our Russian partners. Russian and African partners in business. And, we don't like that. That's not good. Meanwhile, we sent how many more billion to
Ukraine?
To Ukraine this week?
I ain't fucking out. Here's the thing, and this is something that I was thinking about, right?
Yeah.
What happens over the next 5 to 10 years? Because Putin is only going to continue down his pathway that he's on. He's going to continue trying to reach out and whether it's debt forgiveness or a helping hand or whatever that looks like, that's only going to spell disaster for a country like the United States.
Well, you gotta think. I mean, the U.S. dollar is already losing value almost by the week. So essentially, if you have less advocates and less people using it, less people finding it valuable, less people searching for it, it's not going to be as powerful a money source in the world. Now, don't get me wrong. The U.S. dollar is still strong compared to the majority of currencies around the world. It is used in a ton of places. It is accepted in more places and things like that. But anything and any power moves that kind of take power from that, or the necessity for it, which is kind of the part that we're more interested in. Like when he started a direct trade chain with like Brazil. So Brazil and Russia now trade. They don't have to convert their stuff to U.S. dollars anymore. They trade whatever the dollar is in Brazil, I can't remember what it is.
Right.
It works and it's done. The same thing with China. China no longer uses the U.S. dollar. They just, we just make the money into Russian money, and
then
it's magic.
Yeah.
Right. So anytime that you're kind of left on the outside looking in, your value isn't as high. When your value is losing in the sense that makes it very hard on the economic levels. And of course, also just with treaties and unities, because you're not trading or moving as many things as much because you're not a middle person on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we made a lot of our money too, where a lot of people owe us money, is because we were kind of the liaison. And now, if we're not included, those little extra, couple millions, couple billions here,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to be getting those things anymore. So that is something to keep an eye on.
Definitely something to watch.
Besides the fact, I don't know, he's still blowing holes into Ukraine. I don't even know how Ukraine's still around, honestly. I don't know what's left of Ukraine.
Well, we still helping out, so as long as we're there.
I mean, yes, but when you blow up stuff
I know.
every day,
Oh, I know.
what do you still...
How much is actually left?
Yes.
I don't.
It's like, so...
I don't know, buddy.
So meanwhile, while the world's dealing with that, we're still dealing
with our nonsense.
our ex-president. Orange in charge.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that's even possible, but here we are.
I put that. I was actually the person who put the question on live. So former Vice President Pence, Mike Pence, was in the news. If you have not seen his most recent stint, he has been throwing his former boss under the bus.
Actually, with almost every other Republican available.
Legit,
But,
yes.
yeah, he's definitely making it obvious that he's not running with
He
it
wants
again.
y'all to know that he had no hand in any of this, and he is an upstanding citizen for the Constitution.
Good luck, tough guy. Good luck.
Oh shit. But long story short, former Vice President Mike Pence he's spilling his tea just based off of the lawsuit around former President Trump, an attempt to overturn the 2020 election. So there were reports that came out from the White House where Trump was stated to have votes casted out, have votes not counted, have votes stuffed in the back of a drawer somewhere, whatever he did with these votes, he wanted to make them disappear, right? So there was these reports that were coming out.
Which real quick is
illegal.
Absolutely
Very much
illegal.
Yes.
Insane, but still more somehow illegal.
Very much illegal. Yes.
And this is unprecedented how obviously terrible this is. Like, there have been shady presidents. There have been some not so great, shaky elections.
Mm-hmm.
This man wowed out in all this.
What's up, Six Boss? Appreciate it. We talking on the Twitch, y'all. If you're not on the Twitch, man, sorry to interrupt Pedro, but if you're not on Twitch, come tune into the Twitch. Come rock with us. Come kick it with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Back on Orange in Charge.
Right.
So, long story short, man. He was former President Trump was recently indicted for said story. And then Mike Pence was caught in an interview just pretty much just throwing it under the bus. I think my favorite part of this video was where he decided he wanted to let everybody know how upstanding of an individual that I think he said legit. He's like, I want the American people to know. I'm trying to quote this shit like verbatim.
Yeah.
He's like, I want the American people to know that I do not stand for nonsense like this. He's like, we do not stand. He's like, no one is above the Constitution.
Yeah.
He's like, no matter if you're the president, the vice president, no one is above
Anyone
the
who tries to
Constitution.
get above the Constitution doesn't deserve to be president. And if you ever ask someone to do something above the Constitution, you can't be president anymore. And I'm like, dude, you were in the White House for 4 years with this guy. You could have resigned. And I'm sure there are more stories coming from
Right.
this White House. I'm sure it's somebody's book or something like that eventually where it's going to be like, I'm sorry, you did what? And I feel like we're just going to literally flip each page and just go, wait, what? Like, this was happening concurrently? Like every day? You chose this? Like, there was nothing we could have done? And then when homeboy goes into the election is like, you know what, it's cool if I lose. I'm not leaving. No one said anything here? Like, no one had a problem with this until homeboy was like, nah, son, recount them shits.
Dog, I don't. Here's the thing, right? When we think about this, like, there's certain things in life where if you hear a story come out, you're like, how the fuck did this happen? And who the fuck allowed this shit to happen? Right? So when you think about elections, right? You know, regardless if it's, well, government should be by the law, by the book, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a couple steps back. And I said should. I didn't say it is. I said should.
Yeah.
Let's take a couple steps back, right? You ever run for class president? Or
I
any
was class
type,
president.
right? Okay, so you
Yeah.
ran for class president, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you did the shit by votes. Everybody raised the hand, you fill out a little ballot, whatever the case may be, you count it up, boom, 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 done deal. That's how our government should technically be running,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we got cats like Orange and Charge. Stop the count, right? Stop the count. We got people like Orange and Charge who are trying to negate some of these votes. Like I feel like I remember reading a report where he was trying to physically go and gather like the paper vote, like the ballots. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do with them, but I think he was actively trying to go and grab like
He was
the
like,
physical
"Did they
ballots.
vote for it?" Nah, son, throw them shits out. Yeah, throw them shits out. Yeah. Nah, I'm good.
Hey, shout out to Toronto. You tuned in, man. Appreciate you.
Heard y'all got a big weekend.
We heard.
You got a big weekend.
We got to come out to the 6. We need an excuse to come out there. But yeah. Listen, all I can say is at the end of the day, man, I find it interesting, and I say interesting with a grain of salt, that when we talk about people who are running for president, when you think about the person who runs the country, that person should have the level of the ultimate responsibility, right? Whoever has the highest responsibility in the world, the president is up there, right? We got this motherfucker, whoever literally making up his rules as he goes along.
My
I found
pers-
this on the web.
My
See,
per-
Siri don't agree with it
Right.
either.
My personal favorite is when they be interviewing the people like on Comedy Central and they be like, why this person should still be in office or still shouldn't be. People just be making up shit. I'm like, yo, clearly y'all don't understand how government works. That's what y'all think this man's okay. Well, said it best. He said you can be indicted 3 times,
Mhm.
impeached 2 times, be facing 561 years of total prison time if convicted, and still run for president. But if you get a single felony, you can't vote anymore. Yeah. That's your left.
I don't get it. These are the people who make our laws. These are the people who run our country, and these are the people who we answer to. which-
Every Republican has been backtracking as fast as they
As
humanly can for the last
Mhm.
year and some change, especially if they're running for president, running for government, being on this man's
Because
side.
they want to put their best foot forward because they know this is the election year is upon us. And
And have you heard a single candidate
who's running?
replacing him?
That's the thing. Who's running? Oh, it's over
That's
him.
president that has a shot in hell. Look, I'm not saying that necessarily just throwing Biden back in there and
He don't even want to do this shit.
and finding Kamala and telling her that she's vice president again and making her do stuff in the White House again, because I don't know, buddy. I see her about once a month, so there you go.
Is it once a month? I was gonna say maybe once every month and a half, but you know,
Now she pops up.
I
She has an Instagram. Yeah, so.
supposedly.
No, literally the VP one. She,
Oh, does she run
She
that or
shows up-
she or
no,
I was
she's
saying
fan.
like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody runs that page.
Someone runs the official president page. Someone funds the official
It has to.
VP page. But yes,
It has to. I don't know, man.
stuff simple.
All right. Well, that's enough of our government. They just be government out here. I don't really know.
The government be government.
And this, I mean, granted, yes, I am a firm believer that you should know what's going on in your surroundings, know what's going on in your city, in your state, in your country. No,
At a bare minimum, you cut.
yeah, just as a bare minimum, just have an
bare
idea,
minimum.
right? I will let you know. Sometimes I get it. Why turning on the news sometimes is very depressing. From all the nonsense that's going on in the streets to all the nonsense going on in the government, I get it. But you want to educate yourself and make sure you're aware. So if I can give you all a recommendation before we get the recommendations is watch the news. Okay. Now, on to other news.
Twice a week.
Yeah, there you go. So you mentioned China.
That's always a fun place.
you
to
know,
go.
it's on my list. I need to knock that shit out. Have you?
You want to go to
seen-
China?
Yeah, I do want to go to China. I want to China. I want to Tokyo. I want to Singapore. There's a couple places. Like
Tokyo's in Japan.
I know that.
Oh,
I didn't say everything is in China.
Oh.
I'd say I do want to go to China though.
I was like, buddy.
No. I was literally picking like spots I want to go to. Now, will I get into China? Probably not, but it's on my list.
How would you not get it?
Who knows?
You
So
just as a bear to get there.
I was just gonna get into that. So I don't know if y'all have seen. Do you guys just discuss new stuff? No, we don't actually. You missed all the what's what in the streets.
He's talking to Twitch, by the way. If you're
Yeah, I'm talking to Twitch, by the way, y'all.
You have to designate that.
My bad.
ADD.
I keep going back and forth, and I got ADD. We be trying to go to Twitch, and I forget that Twitch is also going to YouTube, and y'all be watching us, and we're also doing a live recording at the same time, so it'll just be a lot. But
Wi-Fi lit over here.
yeah, the Wi-Fi is popping right now. We got the highest premium possible. You feel me? We on a lot of different streaming services, but we are conversing back and forth with the people in the comment section and the fans in the comment section. We got some people shouting us out from Toronto, so we appreciate y'all. No, we don't just do news. It's barbershop talk. So whenever you go in the barbershop, what type of stuff you would like to hear? What's what in the news? What's going on in the streets? Latest fashion, latest trends, latest music,
and whatever popped up on social media.
And yep, so we have a smorgasbord of information for you all. All right. Now back to China.
Fucking smorgasbord.
So I don't know if y'all have seen the pictures that are coming out of China, and when I say the pictures, I'm talking more so their zoo. So there's these random pictures of these Chinese bears literally standing on their hind legs and looking like someone is in a costume. There's one that a bear is waving to the people, like his hand is up and he looks like he's actively waving. Now I don't know if he's mimicking someone else in the crowd or anything like that, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. These pictures and the way these bears are posted looks like these motherfuckers about to, I don't know what the hell they about to do, but I'm expecting someone to come out of that cloak and pull the bear head off.
I mean, the bears do look.
It looks like a human in a bear outfit. That's what it looks like.
I mean what kind of bear are they supposed to be again? That's a skinny ass bear. I ain't going.
Yeah, but look at this shit. Look at this one bear. The bear looks like it's sagging. The bear looks like it literally ain't got no belt on.
The bear lost weight. Bear got some
lipo
lipo done.
Got some lipo done?
I also ain't never seen a bear stand on two legs.
That's what I'm saying.
That motherfucker standing straight up and down. Waving at his neighbor like Mr. Blunt or some shit. Like.
So China decides to, let everyone know that their bears are real. They are actual animals and not paid actors and actresses. So they want you all to know, just in case you were wondering. And look, I'm not gonna lie, that's scary. If that shit came up to me, I would fucking hightail that shit anywhere away from that.
Not gonna lie, if I'm gonna be approached by a bear, I want it to be that skinny.
I don't want that fucking bear to come walk up to me. Like, this bear, the way this bear looks is like...
But it looks like a human. I feel like I can
The
box
way this bear looks is like he's about to pull out a fucking basketball and cross me up. Like that's what that shit looks like.
Yo, if you bear comes up and it says like 35, 101. What?
The bear has a flat butt. The bear does have a flat butt. Like, there's a picture on there. The I'm showing the Twitch, y'all. Just FYI. Like,
and YouTube.
You all see that? Like, the way that bear looks like it's fucking sagging. Like, it looks like it has a pair of pants on and shit sagging.
You know what's funny? Are you body shaming a bear?
Yes.
It's a bad week to body shame, buddy.
It's bad week to body shame. Why is it a bad week to body shame?
Well, every week's a bad week to body shame. So that was a trick. So you fell for it. Every week is a bad week.
No, I was trying to see if you go. Yeah. So why is this week specific a bad week for body
shaming? You
shaming?
complain that a bear's fat, then it gets skinny, and the bear still doesn't look good. Every week's a bad week to body shame a bear.
Well, enough with the bear. I think the story that Pedro is alluding to.
Are you about to bear down?
We're about to bear down on this story. Is that of Lizzo. I was trying to find something witty to say, but it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So
So Lizzo. God damn, like.
So Lizzo was in the news. She's in the news for cancer.
Speaking of bears,
cancer culture, just the news in general.
Yeah, boy.
So those who have been hiding under a rock in the last week,
That's the last few days. Not the whole week.
say the last week. I say the last week because we record every week.
We've been under a large log in the last 3 days.
There you go. So Lizzo, I'm trying to find the actual story. But Lizzo,
No problem.
there you go. So Lizzo is under a lot of heat for collectively body shaming her dancers. Sorry, these are all alleged reports. So let me use the proper.
Oh, no.
terminology.
I got your lawsuit.
Oh, there's an actual lawsuit in there now.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see the lawsuit work. So
Yeah,
for
let's
body
go crazy.
shaming, for inappropriate touching. Like we'll go dive deep, but talk about the lawsuit real quick.
Yeah, so specific claims made against Lizzo and her dance captain, Charlene Quigley, in a lawsuit filed by her ex-dancers, and actually I think one of the lead people for the tour. So a lot of people don't know, but a lot of these things are choreographed. Essentially, they have like a tour director, kind of like puts
Put all the dances
puts
on
everything
moves
together,
yep.
and stuff like that, and kind of like how the overall show looks, and then you have the dance captain that teaches the actual dance, puts the choreography all together. But
Yep.
essentially you have someone who's kind of like it's almost like a producer.
Yep.
So for Lizzo, she's accused of overworking dancers and making the group re-audition in a quote-unquote excruciating 12-hour rehearsal. Those she was quote-unquote dissatisfied with would be fired and sent home. Strike one. She was accused of firing a dancer for challenging her claim that the group was drinking before performances. Now, that again, that's a challenge, whatever it happens to be. Yeah, we'll skip that one. That's not the best of the other shit. Accused of making a thinly veiled comment relating to a dancer's weight gain, and later firing her for recording a meeting while suffering an eye condition. So, I don't know if that means that she was recording because she couldn't see, so maybe she was going to, listen to it or get the Braille version later. I have no idea.
Not the Braille version.
I mean, she had an eye condition, who knows?
Yikes.
I mean, Ellie Keller had an eye condition, so
Wow.
there you go.
Okay.
Listen, it was a small eye condition, but neither here nor there. Steve Wonder had a similar one.
Okay.
Lizzo was accused of coercing a dancer into touching a woman's breast at a strip club, despite the dancer opposing. Because that never flies anywhere. And if she was a man, dear God. But Lizzo.
He would have been in jail.
Lizzo was accused of inviting her dancers to a nude cabaret bar without disclosing the specifics of the performance. I mean, I've heard of team builders, but I don't think that's under the corporate eyes.
Well, they went after bowling, bro. So they did the team builder.
So if you go bowling first? Oh.
She thought it was cool.
Yeah, you're... Okay.
Clearly, and now she's facing sexual assault. So
Charlene Quigley was accused of trying to convert the dancers to her religion, but, I mean...
Well,
Isn't that part of dance routines? No? Okay. She also was accused of
do you
scolding...
pray before you break your bust out your finest Chris Brown rendition?
You pray to my God or your God? Shirley Quigley was also accused of scolding the dancers for having premarital sex because when you convert to your religion, sex can't be involved. Shirley Quigley was also accused of unwarrantedly discussing masturbation and sexual fantasies with the group, which I believe Chris referred to as 10 penises near and or around her face at all times, which is
That's literally what was. That was literally what was used.
a lot of penises. Yeah, but basically the three former dancers have filed a lawsuit accusing the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. The dancers were allegedly weight shamed and pressured while at a strip club. And I just believe that the ironic part of this is that we all remember when Lizzo was like, the face of the movement of your body can look like whatever it wants to be. She got her ass cheeks out at Staples Center. I think she's still suspended there. Or at Crypto.com arena.
Oh yeah.
We allowed her to be whatever shape, size, and we all rooted for this. So, I guess the severe irony of it
Did
is
we
that
really? Did all of us?
Who we?
You said we. So did all of us root?
I didn't knock every showing of her body.
Okay.
But I would say that you're okay to be proud of said body and live your life and you'll be able to perform. Your skill set should be okay.
What she did, I mean, the additional portion is, trying to force Christianity upon these people. Now I don't.
Christianity?
Yeah, it was Christianity.
I
She tried to force Christianity upon them. Like, I don't know if it's the beliefs or just certain acts.
At the club?
It didn't say where specifically, but the fact that you're now forcing people to touch breasts or pull bananas out of inappropriate areas and all that
In the name
stuff.
of
Like,
Jesus?
I don't know if that's how she was trying to sell it. I don't really know that portion.
I don't remember that part.
But you can't. But you can't really. You can't. First of all, you can't do that like at all. And I brought up the whole cancellation thing because Lizzo is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let's have a real candid moment, y'all. Lizzo is one that has been up for cancellation for quite a while now.
From
it's-
who? I thought she was like beloved by people.
No.
Body.
It got to a point where even some of like the report, like I don't know if it was the overabundance of it. I don't know what specifically.
Abundance is a crazy word right there, by the way. Just putting it out
It's a lot. That's what you want me to say, but it's a lot. But
it's a lot.
What specifically, like, she's been in the news and her name has come up around cancer culture before.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's back here now for something even more egregious is crazy to me. It's wild. Can you imagine?
No.
You just got a new job. Your boss says, "Hey, y'all, let's go to lunch."
Yep.
You go to Applebee's.
Stand up place.
It's phenomenal.
Solid, man.
Right? But then he's like, "Hey, got one more surprise for y'all." And y'all pop up at a strip club. And he forces all of y'all to touch some titties, take some bananas out of some coochies, maybe even read the Bible while you're there too. What you doing? How you feeling?
First of all, it's a lot of multitasking. Very uncomfortable, full stomach. Maybe I had a drink or two at lunch. Never know. That's a lot to ask someone immediately after that. Isn't it like 45 minutes before you can do all that? Like you gotta wait.
It's about.
Yeah, I mean, swimming and strip clubs. I'm pretty sure you wait 45 minutes after eating. All I'm saying is, we didn't even get to the whole banana violation.
We
whatever
didn't.
It was.
Yeah,
we
we
talked
didn't
about it
go that
live. But supposedly she was asking some of the people who were dancers to remove vaginas that had bananas in them or
move the
sex
banana
toys.
from the vagina.
Banana sex toys or something to that effect.
You don't do that in any. Yeah, you don't. That's just. It's not.
You don't do that in neighborhood? That's well done. That is very well done. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Not gonna lie. He's going to jail, big fella. You're going to jail. Yeah, I first of all, a lot of this stuff is very shocking. But then again, if this is how she rolls, the public eye will make it known.
But you saw the interview that they posted where literally, I would say about half of the interview were quotes that was taken from the actual lawsuit itself. I'm like, and the fact that this interview happened a year ago.
I didn't say the case wasn't shaky on her part in the first place. I was just saying that, well, mostly just saying yikes. That was really more of my statement of how to approach this. If you were trying to defend, and start with oof to the point that I was about to say that. So Beyonce had Lizzo's name in Break My Soul, and as we know, Beyonce's on tour along with Drake and a few other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very toury time right now.
A lot of people on tour.
Very expensive tours, by the way.
Yeah.
But Beyonce removed Lizzo's name. Somehow kept Erykah Badu's name, which is very interesting. If you heard that story this week, we'll talk about that later. Basically in her song "Break My Soul," she had to drop
Lizzo's
name.
Yeah, I don't know.
And when Beyonce removes you, that's grounds.
She said she modified the lyrics to skip the singer's name while performing in Boston. Well,
so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll stay tuned.
Now here's the thing. Hold on. Devil's advocate, right? You have a certain aesthetic for your show. Can you say that someone,
Say it again.
If you have a certain aesthetic for your show, aesthetic for your dance. Because this is not the first time, dancers are supposed to look a certain way, do certain things, whatever happens to be. Is it just because you're heavy set? Does that mean that you can't say that someone else is heavy set for what they're supposed to do?
But
I've seen
by nature.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, no. Sense is out the window, buddy. Come on. Let's touch grass right now.
Because I'm like, If
No.
I'm an overweight individual,
No.
who am I to tell another overweight individual that they overweight?
I mean, fat rappers have you seen with a bunch of skinny BBL actresses and strippers in their videos?
Every fat friend got skinny friends.
Sure. Well,
When you see overweight people in the streets, especially in a group, there's quite a few skinny people in that group.
well, maybe she only wanted her skinny friends on stage. You never know. I don't know. Now that's technically not illegal, since you're having a preference for your stage presence, your show, your presentation, how you want it to be, whatever happens to be. But at the end of the day, though, and of course it's how you went about it. I'm pretty sure, but you never know. Maybe she went about it in a mean way. I don't know. These are allegations currently. These are lawsuits. It is an active investigation. And I mean, I don't know. When Beyonce drops out of a song that she performs every single day,
She sang it live and didn't even say her name. Like I was literally just watching the video with her doing "Break My Soul,"
generally not a good sign. Yeah, so
and that was quick with it too.
I mean, you gotta be on point with this stuff. I mean, if somebody does something wild, like what is it? Who does that kind of stuff? Is like social media managers and stuff like that. When someone does something or says something wild, like people gotta be on it. Like you can't be out here supporting stuff, and so like let's say you have a song or something about a certain topic, or you're supporting a certain person or a certain thing, and they do something wild.
Oh, that's what it was.
If you go out there and say something, or you go out there, it seems like you're still in support of that. That looks bad on you, and you know, Beyonce, Jay-Z,
No, they shut
these high end people, these high end performers. I would say where like everything they say and or do is taken
It's
to
by law.
yeah.
Like,
Oh
legit.
no, their PR team is making sure anything they talk about and reference is on point and where it needs to be. If it's not, it's a wrap. Like they can't, and they won't even address it in public. They won't do interviews about it. They won't talk about it. They just distance themselves. The same way, like for example, with the whole, I mean, you would talk about Rock Nation, right? But like Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, also that whole situation. People who are in support did songs. Look, Beyonce, I know, stood by the situation, but I have not seen her speak a whole lot about the whole Meg Thee Stallion situation.
That's usually how that shit
Jay-Z
goes.
did not sit here and say, "Oh yeah, go get Tory Lanez."
Yeah, they not
No,
gonna
no.
come out with this shit.
I mean, I'm sure they talk about it over the dinner table. Sure, they talk about it on the tour bus, but there will be no public statement from either one of them on anything that's controversial, anything that would take $1 out of their pocket, or have them dealing with, you know, this group or that group, or supporting this or supporting that. Oh, anything controversial, just back it.
Right.
Yeah, it's done.
Right.
Which is also why I think the last presidential person that they've supported, I think publicly, was Obama. So,
You know how they went. You know how they
so,
goes.
I mean, at the end of the day, I would say we'll keep y'all in the news and keep y'all reported on that. But
Stay tuned to Fresh Cuts, because Fresh Cuts got y'all.
it's still a very strong yikes. However,
Very much so. Very, very, very much so. Yeah. I don't know if any of you all, just because I was scrolling through my news feed and I meant to say this earlier, but I don't know if any of you all are fans of the awesome show called Euphoria. Y'all know Euphoria is on a break right now as they're making new seasons. But the star, Angus Cloud, unfortunately passed away.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, a couple days ago actually. It's unfortunate. It's crazy part is I was binging Euphoria with a close friend of mine the other day, and then literally I think it was after an episode, I literally opened up Instagram. That's the first thing I see, and it was just one of those like, damn, that shit's crazy. Like his life is short, man. He was only 25 years old. He had a whole lot of life to live, but it's unfortunate. They said he was struggling to cope with his father passing away. He literally just buried his father a couple days before that, but was struggling to kind of go around that. And yeah.
Oh, he unalived himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. He tragically passed. Oh, okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So it's the unfortunate part. But yeah, they're saying they spoke to the family. The family is just kind of on the assumption that he was just struggling. He wasn't really, his normal self after burying his father, which most people wouldn't be. So.
Oh no, absolutely not.
He's dealt with mental health issues in the past, so that's also why other speculations are coming about about him, taking his own life and all that stuff. But it's sad. It's unfortunate. From a Euphoria standpoint, man, he played a phenomenal role in the show. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they even do with that person in there. But if I can leave you all with anything, man, if Fresh Cuts can leave you all with anything, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. Take care of your bodies, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
And do the best you can to be there for the people around you.
There you go.
Yes,
that
it's
part.
a very heavy world. You cannot carry everybody's everything.
You can't carry everything. You are not Superman or
yes,
Superwoman.
No, you cannot carry everything for yourself. God forbid everybody else around you, but try to be present for everybody you can. Awareness, if you can't do something, you can ask somebody or say something. There are tools, there are people, there are professionals. There are many different avenues since you go about it. So,
Sure.
yeah. I would say the privilege of life and friends and things like that is always good. But I have to ask you about another kind of privilege. Let's say you were raised rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really were in real life, because we all know it was rich.
Far from it.
Right. So,
I wish.
let's say you go to a sporting event and you can afford to sit courtside. Let's say you go to a sporting event, you can sit at the 50-yard line of the football game. Let's say you can afford to do all these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you would have the equal opportunity to get, let's say, a signed jersey, a football, a handshake, a high five, a picture, as, let's say, someone who may be all the way up in the 300 section in the rafters and, really has to pray and hope that someone sees them or notices them in order to get a jersey?
Well, I would say that I have a higher probability of a chance to
Right.
get a signed something by having courtside seats or somewhere close to the field and all that jazz.
Right. So there was some backlash essentially for Kim Kardashian and Kanye's son, Saint West, who is a known soccer fan. He has been a soccer fan for a while. And as we know, most people know that Leo Messi, since he is playing for Inter Milan, not Inter Milan, Jesus Christ, Inter Miami.
It's Miami.
And other soccer players that are around the world, stuff like that, come to America, come play.
Mm-hmm.
And in his first
No,
game,
they don't come to America and come play. These niggas retire overseas, come to America, and still destroy us over here.
Look, first of all, there was just a European tour the other week where they actually do come to America and play, but they go back to where there's actually talent. But anyway, so in his first game, it was a worldwide publication of this game. In the first jersey in his first game, he took the jersey off and he signed it. Then, of course, handed it to Saint West.
Yep.
Now, mind you, stands are packed. A lot of kids, a lot of parents, a lot of families spend a lot of money trying to get there, using the resource, things like that. And of course, who gets the jersey from the game? A famous rapper and a famous model's child.
Yep.
So a lot of people were like, well, damn, like, they're here, they can afford to get these seats, they can afford to be here for these things. They're not real fans. They weren't here in the trenches because, first of all, Inter Miami is god-awful at best. But essentially, they weren't there when, as true fans, however, they get the merchandise and they get this and they get that. These things are one of one. And how do you feel about basically celebrities kind of getting privy to signatures, pictures, memorabilia,
So here's the thing.
things like that, as opposed to, I don't know how you determine someone being a real fan or a true fan, but finding a regular kid, a regular family, a regular whatever.
So here's the thing, right? And,
Yeah.
and this is the one thing that I'll set the preface with this, right? A
Yeah.
lot of these celebrities that go to these games, 9 times out of 10, they were probably there early. They probably already were on the field talking to the player and all that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Like so
Again, something else regular
Yeah,
people can't
exactly.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
Again,
Right.
something I can't
They
do.
out here finessing on the field and all that shit. So the connection of, hey, Messi, I'm here, by the way. Come see me after the game. It was already done. It was already had. It was already, kind of mended for and all that stuff. What I will say is that for us regular folk, not in that tax bracket, there should be something in place. Like, if you know that, I want to go see my favorite player. I don't know if you do it every game. I don't know if you do it every other game. Like, dog, I would even do if I'm a professional athlete. I know personally, like I would set something up like, maybe the first whatever people in this row, like a meet and greet type of deal. Like, make it more exclusive. Like, give people the options to say, oh, so it's not just the same, oh, Northwest is going to go get a jersey signed, or, oh, is that shit? Is that fucking David Beckham? A retired soccer star getting a fucking signed jersey by Messi? Who the fuck cares? Messi can show up at David Beckham's house on a random Tuesday and sign a jersey.
Right. That's the point. Yep.
So I think personally there needs to be a better job done for us regular fans, like being able to give the opportunity, because think about like when you go to a football game or when you go to a basketball game, if you are able to. For football, it would be around like the tunnel, and then for basketball, you would have floor seats as close to the floor as possible. So think about that. Like, let's talk the tunnel, right? The players are running. There's thousands of people around them. They're not going to be pinpointed and laser focused. They're going to look up and they're going to grab the first couple jerseys and shit they see.
Oh yeah,
right?
sure.
Same thing as on the court. But I think for regular fans, there should be something in place to say, hey, I spent my hard-earned dollars to come and see you play because you are my favorite fan. You are my favorite player, right? And I think I said this shit. Who are we talking about? I don't remember who we were talking about, but I think I made this comment before where I'm saying, for a regular person, you don't know if this person saved up their first 3 paychecks of the year to come to that game.
Right.
You don't know if this is the first game they've ever been able to take their son to. And now they gotta, save up those next couple paychecks to pay themselves back. You don't know anybody's story behind it. But for the regular folk, there needs to be something put in play to say, hey, we appreciate you. Here's the opportunity to meet your favorite player. And it's not, and this, listen, I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt, and I get why it's done, but I think there should be something extra, right? It shouldn't just be just the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids. It shouldn't just be that. It should be for open. Right? You have a section for the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids. You have a section for the kids with special needs. You have a section for the autistic kids, right? As you look, you follow your sports teams on social media. They're always doing autism awareness. They're always doing military awareness.
They're always children's hospital.
Yeah. They're always doing that throughout the weeks. So when it comes down time for the game, unless you have like a special guest that you invite to the game, there should be something done for the fans there. I think that shit would be dope.
Yeah, so I think for sure I think I see both sides. So at first I was like, all right, well, it doesn't matter who you are. Just because you're famous doesn't mean you can't be a fan of something. Doesn't mean you can't, whatever. But then I was kind of like, but then again, I was like, so can I knock St. West for being a soccer fan? No. When I was a little kid, I liked X, Y, Z.
Is she a soccer fan? Or was that her parents were supporting one of the greatest players in the game?
Well, St. West is a soccer fan.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't follow her life, so I don't know.
So he's a soccer fan. Supposedly, Kim Kardashian takes him to different games.
Okay.
And whatever. Fine. That's his sport of choice. Do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So do I knock an 8-year-old for experiencing his favorite player? And getting a jersey from his favorite player. No, because when I was 8-year-old, I wanted a Manny Ramirez jersey. Yeah. I wanted a Michael Vick jersey. Yeah. I wanted whatever it happens to be. And if I'm 8, it doesn't matter what money you have. Doesn't matter back. I don't really care. I may understand that my life's different.
Yeah.
I may understand that I have other things that other people don't. But at the same time, I want the jersey or the signed sneakers, things like that. That's just as cool to me.
Yes.
Now, what I would say is the setup of how often they get it. I think personally, for example, I would say it's okay if you said, hey, look, Kim Kardashian, y'all plugged in. Y'all come to every single game. Y'all can sit courtside, field side, I don't know what they call them, soccer, field side, pit side, court, whatever the hell. You can have Messi over for dinner. Let's keep it a buck. If you called or LeBron said, hey, come to my house for dinner. That's not something I can do at 300 section.
Yeah.
That's not something I could even ever do. I can't even DM this man, have an answer back. Okay? If LeBron James DMs this man, he's gonna answer back. Actually, matter of fact, he's gonna text me. Okay?
Listen, I be losing my shit if my one of my celebrities, like favorite celebrities, like retweets me or likes my shit.
Right, that's dope.
Lose my shit.
So I kind of feel like the importance of like that first jersey from that first game being handed to someone. Could you have offered it to maybe could you have taken that jersey and offered it to a fan as a raffle? Someone who's like a season ticket holder or something to that effect. I think they'd be kind of more impactful than just being like, hey, you're in the front you're whatever because you're rich and famous.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about like the basketball games too. A lot of times, what happens? The basketball player goes over to the side of the bench, shakes hands with a rapper, shakes the hands of Spike Lee, shakes the hands of Jack Nicholson, who's in every damn game. You could probably call these people and say, "Hey, yo, can you sign a jersey and send it to me? I'll pay you for it.
Yeah.
I'll buy a jersey, send it to you, so you sign it back." Like, I think that there needs to be, and I kind of agree with you. I think there needs to be more things in place for like the regular fan, the person who's there all the time,
Regular, schmegular
the,
people. You know
the
what I mean?
person who's like, "Hey, look, and I'm not saying everybody's poor because you gotta understand too. There's a lot of other very rich people that got seats down there because they're very rich. Like, you're at a finals game and the tickets are $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's a bunch of actors and actresses and stuff like that. There's also a lot of tech giants, CEOs.
Yep.
My son can sit here because, yeah. So, again, I'm up in 200, 300 watching on cable TV on my phone because I can't see that far in the stadium because I'm in the parking lot.
Right.
Things like that. But I want the jersey too. I want shoes. I want this. I want that. I don't know how you fix it per se. I can't knock a kid for being a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I also do believe that a lot of these memorabilia pieces and collection things like that are handed these people who then go on to go sell them or go on to, not really do much with them and things like that for other people. I feel like those are things that, like, yeah, kind of got to figure out a way to get them in the hands of the regular populace or, draw a ticket number or...
raffle, something like...
I don't understand the NBA, for example. There's 82 games. Why is there not a single ticket drawn every single time meet XYZ player?
Why not? You should. Like...
Why not? We drew your ticket. Come down.
Yeah.
Come down and play. And you gotta play. All right.
Just come down and get a meet and greet.
We're gonna upgrade your seat.
Yeah, something.
We gonna get you a signed jersey. We gonna get you a ball.
We're gonna bring you in. We're gonna bring
you. Get your picture.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say that I don't understand why that's not done for 10 people every game.
And it's easy to do. It's simple.
And even if you traveled, let's say you was in the away team, you're a Sixers fan.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say of the 10 tickets, they pick 5 home and 5 away. Are you really mad that you met the star of the Orlando Magic that night?
Absolutely not.
No, it's cool.
You have to meet somebody. You got to do
5 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens to be, you pick these 10 people, and you just hope it's a team that you wanted. But at the end of the day, look, if I went to a Commanders Eagles game and they said, "Oh, Peter, we picked your ticket. You get to come down here and meet Jalen Hurts." That's still kind of fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want the man to win the game. But it's cool to get a little dap in the picture. Like, hey, all right, like, that's cool. Like, that's something that you live with the rest of your life. And as a matter of fact, you may actually build a fan out of somebody. You may be like, you know what? I ain't root for y'all, but I'm root for him.
I got you.
Took the picture. And there's things like that. So I don't think we have a silver bullet. I don't think we have like a certain fix for it. But it's definitely something where I do get kind of tired of seeing like, oh, and I don't want to pick LeBron James. I have nothing wrong with LeBron James. But LeBron James was sitting courtside, and he dapped up all the players at the hockey game, and they gave him 3 pucks, 5 jerseys, 2 sticks, and it's like, somebody fought for their life to get to this game. He can go to any game he wants to. Can probably call these people, hang out with these people at the ESPYs.
Yep.
He saw them the other week. Somebody can sign a jersey, things like that. So I don't know how to fix it, but I do think it's a little.
I definitely do agree with you. Like there needs to be.
But I'm not mad at I'm not mad at athletes, kids being fans of athletes.
No. I'm not
mad at how excited St. West was.
I'm not.
That was fire.
At that point, because I didn't know
St.
St. West was a fan. So now that I know he's a fan, I'm like, all right, that's kind of dope. Because I think for me personally, I'd be like, oh shit, that's like I get to go and fucking meet Allen Iverson. Like, oh shit, that'd be dope as fuck. Like, you got to get your jersey signed by the world's greatest fucking soccer player. Like, it's dope as shit.
And there's only 1 jersey per game. Exactly. So I get it.
So you literally got a 1-on-1.
Man, he got a whole basket of jerseys.
Sometimes they be doing that shit. Sometimes they give these motherfuckers a stack of jerseys like, yo, sign these real quick. And they just be in the back.
Yeah, sure.
So, you got a personal signed jersey. That's actually pretty dope. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully one of these days I can run into someone who I deem that high. I've met celebrities, but no one who I've deemed that like, damn, I need to meet this person.
You've met like your A1.
Yeah,
like, this is the person I would do anything.
I've met quite a few, but not the person like, oh,
yeah,
I have to meet. Like, yeah, no, I haven't met any of those yet. So we shall see one of these days.
I saw Steven Jackson the other week. He was walking through.
That's pretty bad.
Walking through a lobby.
But listen, man. Once
that's Steven Jackson.
once y'all continue to share our shit and show us some love and pass along this, and we continue to get subscribers. One day y'all gonna be tuning in, and this show might be on HBO Max, and we gonna be having some fucking guests on this bitch. I mean, so we
already have a barbershop show.
That's
good showtime.
It is. But at the end of the day, man, that's what we try and get to. We try and get those celebrities on our show. So it starts with y'all, man.
We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all. But we're gonna move on to the show where we tell y'all what we watching, what we listening to, and also recommend some new shit to put y'all lineup. Right? So we had an action-packed week. What you got going on? Anything new for the folks at home?
Oh, well, I was trying to wait another week, but I mean, I think it's gonna be dead at this point. Did you watch?
I started. I already know what you about to ask.
Tyrone.
Yeah, I started it.
I
think I was doing too much at the time, so I need to go back, sit my ass down, and just watch. I was trying to do it while I was like folding clothes and other shit. So I was like, I just need to
I thought the shit was corny. I don't know. I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
There were some funny parts. I think Jamie Foxx is a hilarious person. I think some of the stuff was probably even ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Premise of the movie, got a lot of things in the hood essentially wired the way they are. Things are controlled by a higher power. People will discover it, find out, try to fight it. It's not the first time it's going to be done, not the last time. But yeah, I'm cool. I don't know. It was
Just nah.
It wasn't my thing. It was cool to support Jamie Foxx, things like that, which was dope. Anything Jamie Foxx is in, I will always try to give it a try and give a watch to it and things like that. But it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't tell you not to watch it at all. I mean, if you check it out, It's cool.
Yeah.
But it was alright.
Okay. Okay.
But you say you said you were doing.
I was doing too much while I was watching, so I need to sit down and actually just physically just watch it. So.
Did you start a quarterback?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I didn't watch a ton of stuff.
I heard that's really good though.
Yeah, I did hear good things about that. I finished Snowfall.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil the end. I'm just going to say that he sold a lot of drugs. There were a lot of drugs.
Okay.
There's a lot of cocaine. Snowfall, I think is really, really good. If you've never given it a shot, never given a chance to watch it, I would definitely suggest that you do. Especially if you do watch like the drug trade shows. If you watch The Powers, The Wire, there's a shit ton of them. But it was really well done. I like the character development, and it was very abrupt, but it's okay. I was kind of privy to that, but I'm glad to see that no one spoiled that for me.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly, I think I listened to more music this week.
Same.
So let's. Oh God, I'm sure you're just gonna hop in here. So this might just come a joint thing here. So
I'll name the albums that you don't name.
Good luck.
You go for that.
Okay, so there was an album, Utopia.
Yep.
Some guy named Travis Scott.
Something like that.
It was cool. I think I have
How do you feel about it? Honestly.
I have rollout problems.
Okay.
Too much rollout for the product.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was good. I feel like it's a Travis Scott album, which means what, kids? It means that you're going to play 3 or 4 songs into the ground off of the album for the rest of your life. I will listen to it. I listened to it twice. Not all the way mentally locked in that second time. So I have to give it another week to marinate. I usually try to give something 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not 100% sure that this is something where I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to throw this whole album on and listen to it back to back around the clock. Not going to happen. I already pretty much know that. But picking out the songs, anything that Drake breathes on ever in his life, clearly will be the number 1 song the second it comes out. They have released the features now, so since if you go back and look at the titles, it does the features. It was cool though. I liked it. But again, it kind of gave me DJ Khaled vibes. A lot of rollout, a lot of oh my God, a lot of we have to listen to this. Oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. And it's like, okay, that's all me, Tom. We're okay. It was cool though. I personally listened to the Lone Star Luchador, which is that Mexican OT. He dropped his album the same day. I actually listened to that more. The song is Johnny Dang. A lot of people know that's really a hot single right now. A lot of people not knowing that Paul Wall's on the song. Yes, Paul Wall still raps, guys. Paul Wall is good at rapping.
He actually, this man literally, I seen this post the other day. It was like, this man for the last 2 decades has literally been the epitome of minding my business, sipping my water, and keeping God first.
Yes, and I had no idea that he actually sells grills with Johnny Dang.
No, that
in real life.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I learned that this week. The skits on this album, though, like, if you remember Ludacris skits, like Chicken and Beer, stuff like that, like, the skits are pretty hilarious. Like, there's basically someone announcing, like a luchador, like a wrestling match,
that's kinda
and the
dope.
wrestlers' names and stuff like that. It's pretty funny stuff. But that Mexican OT, he has, like, mixtapes, stuff like that, but this is, like, his first project, his first album as a solo. I thought it was pretty good. Yes, clearly Johnny Dang is the most popular song on there. Barrio, was a song that he released. But there's some songs in there. It's 18 songs in 38 minutes. It's not terribly long. If you didn't like it, you're out of there in 40 minutes. You're good to go. Like, and that includes skits.
Get it out.
It's good. You're not gonna know a lot of the features on there. They're smaller rappers, things like that. So it's mostly him. He's kind of doing his thing. I liked it. I was already a fan of his. Listened to that actually more times than I listened to Homeboy. But Travis Scott, we're working on that.
Okay.
I spun your boy, Mr. Post Malone. He released the album Austin. That was not the sound I was expecting at all.
No.
In any way, shape, or form.
I'll talk about the album.
Yes, I will let you do that because I was like, I was like, I gotta be in a certain mood for this sound. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you have to be in a certain mood for that sound. It kind of reminds me of, oh God, who was it? Lil Yachty. Like, you think of Lil Yachty music, then those new albums, the last two projects, you were like, wait a minute, this is not what I was expecting here. Okay, cool. There was a new song, Main One, which was Mario, Lil Wayne, and Tyga. Smooth track, not bad. A little R&B vibe there. Lil Wayne does his thing on there, and Mario really has been kind of flying on the radar, but he's not really releasing a lot of bad music. I think that Nas came out the week before. Was that last week?
That was last week.
Okay, that was the week before that. Still listen to Magic 2 a bit. But yeah, mostly I listened to that in a couple of singles. But honestly, the single, I don't know if we talked about it the other week beforehand, but I've been bumping this a ton, is Turn Your Click Up with Quavo and Future. Yeah, that's been definitely in the gym on replay. And good to go. So, yeah, there's definitely some stuff on the way. I can't think of anybody's album super, super crazy right now. You'll probably say something and be like, oh my God, wait, hold on. And no, I didn't watch Oppenheimer or Barbie. I decided to save my $12. I don't really care, to be honest. I've heard great things about Oppenheimer. Actually, a cool thing about Oppenheimer I did hear about is that they did a special version of it for IMAX theaters. But basically, they sold out immediately in almost every IMAX theater. People were flying across the country to watch it, which was actually pretty dope. There was a guy from Philly who went to LA. He was already going to be in LA, but literally bought his ticket to watch it. I think it's like 35 millimeter film or something like that. Yeah. It's like a different way, and every IMAX theater is not technically an IMAX theater.
What do you mean? So
IMAX has like certain parameters, like the sound quality and the way the film is set up, that the IMAX experience is like.
So how can you put IMAX on it if it's not IMAX?
So basically, it has the ability to, but every movie released in every version of the movie is not technically IMAX. So so we actually live near a true IMAX theater, the one in King of Prussia, but there's only 35 of them. So I guess the ability to play music loud and in 3D and all that.
Yeah.
It's really cool, but I guess technically the IMAX standard, there's only 35 theaters that are like that. And then Oppenheimer released a separate version of the movie shot in a different film. I believe it's 35 millimeter film. Please don't quote me. It's either 35 or 70. It's one or the other.
Got it.
Where it's like a different vibe, or it works. It looks different. Things like that. So a lot of people have flipped shit and went to go see that. I mean, I've heard good things about the other movies. I was saying things like that. In Barbie, everyone lost their mind wearing pink all the time and things like that. A lot of skits talking about guys sneaking into Barbie theaters to watch Barbie. I'll watch them eventually, but I just have not come off my $15 to go, or $6 on a Tuesday, $9 on Tuesday.
Depends on what you're doing.
But yeah, so that is that, and stand-up comedy. I actually went to a stand-up. Christian Johnson, he's the guy who's the Lord Have Mercy tour. Lord Have Mercy, that guy. On Instagram, if you ever seen his stuff, he's like the old dude in the window named Nathaniel, watching white people cook food. Pretty funny in person. So I want to give a shout out to that. As you guys know, I watch a lot of stand up, but I actually got to go see somebody in person this week.
Yeah.
So
That's lit.
and Courtney Reynolds, who is actually one of our frat brothers, he actually does shows down there. This was at the Helium Comedy Club in Philly. So check him out. I've heard good things. I've heard he's pretty funny. All his stuff. I haven't seen his show yet, but I'm gonna support you, brother. But yeah, no. So that was that's my week of media, and there's only so much one person can take. So. Oh wait, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna say I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting, but it's all good though, so it's cool.
So we can start shows. So from a show standpoint, I don't remember if I talked about this last week.
Aren't you waiting for some episode or something to come out?
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Tweet
about
it. Okay.
I'm saying, peep the shirt. If you those on the Twitch, you see the shirt. So The Witcher. Those who are in anything like Norse mythology, fantasy, like things like that. The Witcher is a really good show. New season is out, so I recommend that.
Netflix.
Yes,
Hulu?
it is on Netflix.
Gotcha.
So that is one of my recommendations. From a anime standpoint, so the new season of Baki is out. Baki, those who don't know, is a more so a fighting anime. So it takes place in like more so a dojo-esque area. And it's based off of like a tournament. So those who are familiar with it, a lot of good action scenes, a lot of good and whatnot, just kind of going around in the background. So yeah, add that to your list as well too. Trying to think what else. And then Pedro alluded to this week, Sunday, probably the greatest episode of anime history to ever drop airs. From One Piece. It's probably one of the largest transformations, dude. I was reading some of the stories behind it. Like I know you don't know what most of the stuff means, but
You said the greatest anime?
One of the greatest episodes for an anime ever produced.
On a scale of 1 to Boondocks, how cool is it?
It's up. The anime alone is like better than the Boondocks.
But Boondocks is anime.
Boondocks is anime, but I'm talking about the actual animation of it.
You know I'm fucking with you, dude. I'm in deep water. No paddle, no boat, I'm like, what's the anime you completed? The Boondocks.
Yeah, but
that would be that.
Definitely tune in, man.
There you go. And scene.
Gear 5 is dropping on Sunday. Those who don't know, it's One Piece. So if you're not a One Piece fan, I'm telling you, if you tune into it, just this show development alone will captivate you, and you will become a fan quickly overnight.
Can you watch it by itself?
Yeah.
That one episode.
I mean, yeah, for just the animation, but you won't know like some of like the people like around him and all that.
So
stuff.
no.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna watch the episode to see.
Oh no, you can watch. No, you can watch the episode. Yeah, like you can watch it. You can watch a one-off episode. Now they may make some references. You're like, oh, who's that? And they might make you want to go back and watch some of the other stuff. Yeah, you can watch the episode.
Yeah, when I watch a one-off episode, it says episode 842. I say, we're just gonna go whatever they said. That's fine.
Well, this one is episode 1071. So.
What is absolutely the fuck not?
Mind you, at Comic-Con this past week, the producer for One Piece says that he has a solid 7 to 8 more years of this coming out. So One Piece is here for quite a while. Huh?
Already drawn?
No, like manga releases and then manga to anime. So they're gonna animate those as they come out from the mangas.
Oh my god.
But that's all I got from a TV standpoint. Music, so y'all know how I feel about Post Malone. I was at his concert this past week. It was phenomenal. He is a awesome performer. Now the album itself, I will say, is not one of his albums that very high sprung energy. This is the first album he has made since he's overcome his realm of depression that he was going through. So if you look at his last 2 albums, Hollywood's Bleeding and Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and listen to some of the lyrics, you can clearly tell he wasn't in a good space. But he had a daughter recently, and he said it during the show that she completely changed his life. He's in a way better space. He's happier.
I don't even remember Hollywood's Bleeding. When did that come out?
2 years ago. That was
Beer Bombs and Bentleys. I remember that one.
You know this song. You know Goodbye. While this, you've heard this song. Well, Young Thug.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So like I said, it's his first first album after his depression. So you can kind of hear some of like the lightheartedness in his lyrics versus some of the heavy lyrics from those previous albums. But again, it's not one of those albums that if you're looking for, the I'm in this sound and I'm dancing, having fun, and all that stuff.
So it's lighter than the last albums, but
the
I remember like
music
listening to
itself,
it, and he was like, "I don't know why you don't like me." I'm like, "We're starting here."
Yeah,
we're starting. Like, and it's like strumming a guitar, and it's not like very like upbeat. Like I know some. Like there's definitely some people like we talk about that with some of the rappers too, like over the years where like you have this like really high beat song and you like you listen to it and I'm just like, wait a minute. You listen to these words? It's all right.
Yeah.
Hey yo, stop the music. Yo, somebody hug that man. Somebody go in that booth and hug them. So it was kinda like that situation. I was kinda like, well, I mean, I understand that that's a sound now or things like people change their sound, that's cool. But I was just like, you need a hug or okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just as an individual, I am happy that he is out of that realm that he was in that space that he.
Oh,
was
as
in.
a person, I'm
Yeah,
happy
that's
he's
what I'm
happier
saying.
too. Oh,
That's
I mean,
like music aside, like
I don't
as
care if
a
I've never
person.
heard a single song in your career. I don't even
Right.
care who you are. The fact that people are in better places, no, that I'm always cheering for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough out here, bro.
Absolutely,
it's tough out here.
Get your support system, man. So a self-titled album, Austin, is out everywhere. So definitely take a listen. I thought it was a nice
That's
little
his
spin. His name is Austin Post Malone.
Yep.
Yep.
He said self-titled. I said it's not called Post Malone. It's called Austin, Texas and shit. I ain't fucking around.
So from a Afrobeat standpoint, Adekunle Gold dropped an album called Tequila Ever After, fire album. You want some good drive-by music, like drive-through music? Like it is not drive-by. That's why I did drive-through music.
Jesus.
It is dope. Nice little vibe. It's summertime. This is let the sunroof back, let the windows drop type music. So tune into that. Kiss Daniel dropped an album, also Afrobeats on the Afrobeats wave called Maverick. Also another rooftop banger. Start to finish, every song on there is actually pretty dope. I did listen to Bliss by Tech Nine. Decent album. If you're a Tech Nine fan, you'll like it.
No.
But you're not a Tech Nine fan. But Tech Nine, I definitely was a fan of the album. Like again, if you don't like Tech Nine, you're not gonna like the album. It's lyrical, it's surgical. Like however you classify Tech Nine, that's what the album was.
You like Logic, don't you?
Yes, I do. I listen to Logic.
Nasty.
And then the last album I listened to is Really Her by Bia.
Did you like that?
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It was alright. I wouldn't say
I didn't really suggest it. I was like,
yeah, it was okay. But I like mentioning new music. So what doesn't work for me might work for you. So tune into that. And I think that is all the new music I listened to. There was a lot of albums that dropped this week, and I'm surprised that I got through them all. So here we are.
Well, I was surprised. Supposedly, For All My Dogs is supposed to be coming out this weekend. I don't really know if they are. Also, by Drake, I would say he said last week he's dropping an album in 2 weeks. So if it's not this week, it's next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'll be here soon. And then also, Chris Brown is dropping a new song with Ciara on the 4th. Which is good.
Okay.
Had a little dance beat to it. He had It's Too Hot, or like that song for the summertime, Summer Too Hot, or whatever.
Yeah.
That song, I say that song grew me a lot. At first, I wasn't like, but it actually grew me quite a bit. So good music. We're trying to end this summer strong here, as we're into the last full month of summer. And then, man, we're in August.
We are. Summer is slowly coming down to an end.
Damn.
Listen, man, I know some of y'all got vacations planned. Some of y'all got things that y'all trying to do. Just be safe. Be safe out here, man. Tap into your support system. Check on those who check on you. And just make sure your people are cool. That's my recommendation for Fresh Cuts. Make sure you're good. Make sure your people are good. And you'll enjoy the rest of y'all summer, man. Continue to tune into us. Continue to recommend our show to y'all people.
Facts.
because we wouldn't be where we are. We wouldn't have the amount of subscribers, listeners that we do on a week-to-week basis without y'all. So it all starts here. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Continue what we do. As we say each and every week, SOS, share our shit.
Yo, support is free, B.
Mhm.
Everything that y'all do that's free or paid or whatever it happens to be works for us. Anytime you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, that's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, we still share our stuff all the time. Yeah, and we have people that watch our show live now. Because I remember when it was just the two of us
Just
watching
talking
ourselves
shit.
talk. So
now
that's
we got fans who comment during the show. We appreciate y'all.
Growth is fire. International fans. So shout out to y'all. So if you know somebody else that heard us before, you think we're dope, please share us.
Yes.
We'll continue to talk about it because we don't have real jobs. So if we could do this instead, that'd be fire.
We get paid, you know,
More than 19 cents.
Dead ass. We got 20 cents the other day.
For like 7 episodes.
Oh man, listen man, tune in each and every Wednesday for the Shape Up 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New episode drops every Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Oak, it's your boy Pedro. Rudy will be back next week, hopefully. If
Tuberculosis kits in a week is cool.
Or his tuberculosis SARS. I think that's what they're calling it these days. But, you know, prayers go out to him. And we wish him for a speedy recovery. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Catch y'all next week. And just like that,
We going.
we out. Peace, world.
Thanks, Twitch. I'm cracking up. He was over there like, nah, turn that joint off. I ain't trying to edit shit.